All of our favorite football YouTubers have at least one club that they stand by and support no matter what. So today we have a very special competition for all our footy YouTubers. It is the Champions League, but every club represents a footy YouTuber. So let me introduce you to the YouTubers that will be represented by their clubs in this video. But before we go anywhere, please guys, of course, if you enjoy the videos, hit the like button for me. If you're new around here, welcome. We're chasing 150,000 subscribers. Please hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy the content with the little noti bell. I mean, Champions League YouTubers edition. Let's go. YouTuber number one that will be participating in our competition and the club that will be representing him, well, it is B. Ford Lancer, aka Jake, and he supports two clubs. He supports Cincinnati, obviously, in the MLS, but he also supports the blue circle of Todd Bowley and Chelsea. Yeah, so Chelsea will be representing Jake Barford, aka B. Ford. Good luck. YouTuber number two, it is none other than the legendary AA9 Skills. He's been around forever, what seems like 12 or 13 years, and he supports two clubs. He supports Real Madrid, obviously Hala Madrid, and he supports Benfica. Now, I had to pick one of the two clubs because no one's getting any preferential treatment in this competition, even if you are AA9 Skills, and I had to go with the cursed Benfica. Maybe this is the time for them to win something. Hey, Benfica and AA9 Skills, welcome to the YouTubers Champions League. YouTuber number three, and it is everyone's favorite Man United fanboy. There, I gave it away. Manchester United. When you think of Manchester United and YouTube, you have to think of Mark Goldbridge. Yes, so as much as I don't like Manchester United, I really like Mark Goldbridge. I think he's absolutely hilarious. His rages are great, and he fully deserves to be in this competition. I don't think Manchester United will win it, though. They'll probably bottle it.
What a prat!
Speaking of bottle jobs, this is a perfect segue to YouTuber number four, and he comes from Germany, and he's a very good friend of our channel. It is none other than Fiago, who will be represented by his favorite club in Hamburg. If you're not aware who Fiago is the YouTuber that goes to every single game, and as soon as he goes to a club's game, they are automatically cursed, and Hamburg just seems to bottle promotion every single time.
Greetings from Switzerland, it's Fiago, and I mean, who needs to get promoted when you can win Tsar's Champions League? That's the biggest competition on earth. We're gonna take it. Nur der HSV, come on Hamburg.
Does Hamburg have a chance in our competition? Of course they do, because it's Hamburg and we love Hamburg, we love Fiago, but they will probably bottle it. As we head to YouTuber number five and club number five, we stay with the trend of clubs that never win anything, and club number five will be Spurs, and they will be represented by none other than Danny Aarons. Danny loves Spurs, but Spurs never win anything, but maybe Danny can manage them to win something here. YouTuber number six, another fantastic content creator. He supports two clubs, so I had to kind of flip a coin. He supports Liverpool and he supports Bayern Munich, and I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. It is none other than Channy. Also has been around forever. I had to pick either Bayern Munich or Liverpool, but since Bayern kind of bottled the league this year, we're gonna go with Liverpool. Plus it's Jurgen Klopp's last year, so we're gonna go with Liverpool. Liverpool might actually win this competition. They're probably one of the favorites. Number seven on the list, it is Theo. It is Thogden. He is a fantastic YouTuber and content creator as well. He travels a lot to matches, does a lot of reporting. I absolutely love this guy's videos. But unfortunately, he supports Bolton, who are currently in League One. Does Bolton have a chance to win this competition? 99% says no, but there is the 1% chance because this is the home of fairy tale runs. So maybe Bolton does something. YouTuber number eight, and he's a Fulham supporter. And if you watch some of my videos, you probably watch his videos as well. It is none other than Jared HD. Now, the real question is, can Fulham win this competition? I think they can get pretty deep just because, I mean, they're rated pretty high, and Muniz has been on absolute fire in the Premier League, but maybe Jared can tell us more how he feels.
So, I don't even know why you're pulling this competition together, because there is no competition. We're winning it. There is no doubt in my mind Fulham are winning this.
Number nine on the list goes to Newcastle and John Nellis. Now, I heard through the grapevine that John Nellis actually supports Newcastle United, although I actually haven't seen any proof that he supports Newcastle United. But in his profile social media pictures, he has a Newcastle jersey on. He's done a lot of videos on Newcastle, and all of you guys also have said that John Nellis supports Newcastle. I'm gonna believe you guys. So, welcome to the competition. You and Newcastle United maybe have a chance. Number 10 YouTuber will be representing Arsenal, and I could could have represented Arsenal personally because I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm also a Bournemouth fan. So I'm going to give Arsenal to someone else, as you can see, because I'm wearing a Bournemouth jersey. That means maybe in this video, I will be representing Bournemouth. We're just going to have to wait and see. But number 10, it will go to none other than Chuff. He, yes, Chuffster. He likes Arsenal and he likes Bristol City, I believe, as well. But we're going to give him Arsenal instead of Bristol City because Arsenal is obviously more competitive. And yes, number 11 will go to me. I will be representing Bournemouth in our Champions League YouTubers only competition. Bournemouth currently is on absolute fire and European football is not out of the question just yet. We're above Chelsea. Can you believe it? And with Solanke and Semenyo and Kluivert being in the forms that they are, I think we have a decent chance at taking this competition down. YouTuber number 12 on our list. It is everyone's favorite career mode YouTuber. It is none other than Sid, aka S2G, and he will be represented by Barcelona, of course, because he's a big Barca fan. Can Barcelona win this competition with João Felix, Lewandowski, Rafinha, De Jong, Gundogan? Yeah, I think they can. I definitely think they can.
Barcelona's winning this one easily, man. This ain't gonna be a challenge for us.
Spot number 13 will go to Leeds United and Mini Minter. He supports Leeds United. He was probably not too happy last year when Leeds got relegated, but hey, maybe they can come up this year and maybe they can actually do some damage in this competition. Speaking of relegation, YouTuber number 14 will be representing Burnley and it is Vize. Yes, Vize. He's a fantastic content creator just like everybody else on this list and in this competition. Burnley though, this year, I mean, we've had high hopes. We had high hopes for Burnley this season to stay up. It doesn't look like they will. There's still some time left, but
it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
The beautiful human being, it is Mr. Speed, and he will be representing Al Nassr in this video. And the only reason is obviously because Cristiano Ronaldo plays there. And if you know what, if Ronaldo played for Bolton, Speed would support Bolton. If Ronaldo played for Cambridge United, Speed would support Cambridge United. But in this video, since Ronaldo is at Al Nassr, Speed and Al Nassr, number 15. And the final spot in our Champions League competition will go to Lionel Messi, Inter Miami. And because this content creator, probably the most popular content creator in the world currently, was seen at an Inter Miami game very, very recently, it is of course none other than Mr. Beast. So Mr. Beast will be representing Inter Miami. I'm not sure how Inter Miami will do in this competition. They do have Suarez and Messi though, and of course Biscuits. They have Jordi Alba. Maybe this team can do some damage. I'm not sure how Al Nassr and Inter Miami will do in this competition, but we can't have a competition without Inter Miami and Al Nassr, without Messi and Ronaldo. So now that we know the 16 YouTubers that will be partaking in our Champions League and the 16 clubs they will be represented by, of course we have to seed all those 16 clubs into 4 groups of 4. And there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that everyone's favorite way of doing this is the lucky pot of gold. We love the wheel, we love the magic hat, but the lucky pot of gold is where it's at, guys. So as soon as I click, this lucky pot of gold will give us 4 clubs and 4 YouTubers that will be stuck with each other in Group A. Let's find the first 4 clubs. Who is it gonna be? Double A9 Skills with Benfica, Chuff with Arsenal, Vize with Burnley, and Sid with Barcelona. Is this the group of death? We got Group A. Let's find the 4 YouTubers that are going into Group B. Thogden with Bolton, me with Bournemouth, Coldbridge and Manchester United, and Mini Minter with Leeds. Mark would probably be jumping up and down because he's in a group with Bolton, Bournemouth, and Leeds, but we all know Man United, guys. We all know Man United. We have Group A and Group B. Let's find the 4 YouTubers that are gonna be in Group C. Who is going together for Group C? Jared with Fulham, Speed with Al Nassr, Beeford with Chelsea, and Mr. Beast with Inter Miami. How fitting is this? Jared and Beeford, they're obviously friends, so they're gonna be in the same group together. Speed with Al Nassr and Mr. Beast with Inter Miami. The 2 rivals of Ronaldo and Messi are also in the same group. This group is absolutely hilarious. Group D, 4 remaining YouTubers, 4 remaining clubs. They are going together into Group D, and they are Channy with Liverpool, Fiago with Hamburg, Danny Aarons with Spurs, and John Nellis with Newcastle. Fiago got screwed again, man. Like, this is a difficult group for Hamburg. Oh, Fiago, I feel so bad for you, man. I really feel bad for you, brother. I know you're my friend, but I'm sorry, man. All right, guys, our Champions League YouTube Cup groups are all set, just like how the Magic Pot of Gold predicted them to us. Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. let's go to the end of the group stage matches and see which clubs and which YouTubers are going to the quarterfinals, the round of 8, and which clubs are unfortunately going home. Hopefully it's not Bournemouth. Yeah, looking at that group for Fiago, I'm sorry again, man. I'm really sorry. Actually, we're gonna pause it halfway through, guys. 3 group stage matches have been played, 3 more group stage matches to go, just to keep you updated and show you what's going on. In Group A, Sid with Barcelona have a commanding lead. They are 3 wins from 3 on 9 points. AA9 Skills with Benfica are a little bit struggling. They're on 4 points. Burnley is the most surprising for me with Vizé, 0-2-1 on 2 points. And Arsenal with Chuff, 0-1-2. They've conceded 8 goals in 3 matches. That is absurd. In Group B, it is Tsar leading the way with Bournemouth, but Mini Minter is not that far behind on 6 points. Mark Goldbridge with Manchester United. Have a word with yourself, please. 2 points. My goodness. And Bolton with Thogden, I mean, they're not that far behind. They're only on 1 point. Beat Man United, and you're back in the conversation. Group C is being dominated by Speed, Ronaldo, and Al Nassr on 6 points, but Beeford is right there as well on 6 points with Chelsea. Jared with Fulham, also right behind Beeford and Chelsea, and Mr. Beast with Inter Miami. Like we said, they're probably not going to be very competitive in this group. They're on a single point after 3 matches. And finally, in Group D, it is Channy with Liverpool, 3 wins from 3, 9 points. John Nellis and Newcastle, though, are on 4 points after 3 matches, and Danny Aarons with Spurs are on 3 points. Hamburg, I mean, they're trying to keep pace. They're doing their best, guys. All the group stage matches are completed, guys. Who is going to the last 8 of our YouTube Cup and who is going home? We saw what it was like after 3 matches. Did anything change in the last 3 matches? We're gonna start in Group A. Nothing changed for Sid, S2G, and Barcelona. They finished top. 5 wins, 1 draw, 13 goals for, 6 goals against, 16 points. AA9 Skills took 2nd place. 2-2-2. They took it barely with Benfica on 8 points. Arsenal, absolutely pathetic performance with Schuster, honestly. 1-2-3, 11 goals allowed on 5 points. And you gotta hand it to Burnley and Vizé. Although they didn't win a match, they drew 3 matches in a group with Barcelona, Benfica, and Arsenal and finished on 3 points. A very respectable performance, even though they're eliminated. And in Group B, there's heartbreak central for me, guys. Bournemouth was on 7 points after 3 matches, and then in the next 3 matches, they only managed 1 point and they finished 3rd. While Manchester United and Mark Goldbridge, they came through. They pulled it off in the next 3 matches. They finished top of the group on 11 points, and Mini Minter with Leeds. That's who passed Bournemouth. Leeds United. Bolton with Thogden, they won a match. Yeah, they beat Bournemouth 2-1. Bournemouth lost to Bolton, man. Bournemouth lost to Bolton, and even though Bolton finished dead last in the group, still, they won a match in a group of Man United, Leeds, and Bournemouth. Group C, Ronaldo with Al Nassr and Speed, they topped the group on 14 points. Beeford, Lancer, Mr. Jake right behind them with Chelsea on 13 points. Jared, I'm sorry. It was a very, very good performance. You guys won 2 matches, but then you lost 4 matches. If maybe you drew a couple, maybe things would have been a little bit different. Fulham is unfortunately going home, and Mr. Beast with Inter Miami also going home. Absolutely horrendous. Group D, Channy Sports tops the group with Liverpool, 6 wins from 6, 17 goals in 6 matches. Absolutely dominant performance. John Nellis, though, with Newcastle United are in 2nd, and Danny Aarons with Spurs, 4 points. 1-1-4. I have no words. I honestly got no words. That is absolutely brutal. Hamburg with Fiago. We knew this group was going to be very, very tough, but I think they performed admirably. They scored a lot of goals. They scored double the goals that Spurs scored. They tied 2 times, but then they lost 4 times. They conceded a lot of goals as well. 17 goals, finished on 2 points. Just not good enough, unfortunately. Just not good enough. They're going home with Danny Aarons, which means our quarterfinal matchups, it will be Mark Goldbridge with Manchester United taking on Beeford, Lancer with Chelsea. Speed with Al Nassr will take on Benfica and AA9 Skills. Channy and Liverpool will take on Mini Minter and Leeds. That is a very favorable draw for Channy and Liverpool. And then S2G with Barcelona will take on John Nellis and Newcastle United. All the legs of our quarterfinals are over, guys. Who is going to the last 4, the semifinals of our YouTube Cup, and who is going home? We're going to start with Mark Goldbridge, Manchester United versus Beeford and Chelsea. The aggregate 3-2 for not Mark Goldbridge, okay? Manchester United is going home at the hands of Beeford, Lancer, Jake, Chelsea. 2-1 in the second leg, 1-1 in the first leg, 3-2 for Chelsea. They are in the last four. Double A9 skills with Benfica versus Speed and Al Nassr and Ronaldo. The aggregate was 5-0 for double A9 skills and Benfica. Dominating performance. Mini Minter with leads against Chani and Liverpool. And actually, this matchup was very, very close. I'm surprised how close it was. It was 4-3 on aggregate for Chani and Liverpool. Liverpool is also in the semifinals. And the last matchup of John Nellis with Newcastle versus S2G and Barcelona. 3-0 on aggregate. Of course, for Barcelona. Barcelona will win that matchup any day of the week. Barcelona is in its last four as well. Our semifinals, it will be B-Ford versus double A9 skills. Chelsea versus Benfica. And Chani with Liverpool versus Sid, S2G, and Barcelona. Leg number one, B-Ford versus double A9 skills. Chelsea versus Barcelona. Who is taking the lead in leg number one? Benfica and double A9 skills. They take the lead over B-Ford and Chelsea 3-2 going into leg two. Now, this is a big one. Leg one of Chani versus S2G. Liverpool versus Barcelona. A very, very big matchup. Who will take the lead? It will be Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool and Chani. 2-1. Luis Diaz scores in the 64th minute. All to play for, though, in leg two. Leg number two of Benfica versus Chelsea. Double A9 skills versus B-Ford. Can Benfica go to a final? It's 0-0. And Palmer missed a penalty in the 88th minute. B-Ford and Chelsea are eliminated in the semifinals. Benfica with double A9 skills are heading to our U2 Cup final. I did not expect them to reach this far, guys, honestly. Leg number two, Barcelona versus Liverpool. Liverpool is up 2-1. Is Chani taking Liverpool to the final to face Benfica? Or is Barca with S2G making a miraculous comeback? They're down 2-1. What's gonna happen here? Oh my! We have a miraculous comeback. 3-3 on aggregate. It went to penalties, and Liverpool missed 3 penalties. Darwin missed a penalty. Luis Diaz missed a penalty. Endo missed a penalty. Rafinha also missed a penalty for Barcelona, but it's 3-1 on penalties for Barcelona and S2G. Oh my gosh, man. Chani was this close. This close. Unbelievable. Which means our YouTube Cup Champions League final, it is double A9 skills with Benfica versus S2G and Barcelona. We are at Celtic Park for this YouTube Cup final. It is double A9 skills versus S2G and Barcelona. Here we go. It is kickoff time. It is Benfica versus Barcelona. Benfica is in their red. Barcelona is in their white. And Di Maria is already on the run, but it is intercepted. Gundogan coming forward. He finds a pass to Felix. Joao Felix. And how ironic is this? A Portuguese player scores against a Portuguese side. It is S2G with Barcelona that take a 1-0 lead early on. Neves going forward. A nice through ball to Di Maria. Di Maria could be in. Di Maria, back heel, shot. Oh my! Ah! Cabral with an equalizer. Double A9 skills with Benfica. A shocking equalizer here from Benfica, and it is all tied up 1-1. We got a wild final on our hands. We're approaching halftime. Nice pass to Frankie de Jong going forward for Barcelona. Barcelona, Felix, Lewandowski holding on. Felix again. Can Barcelona take the lead here? De Jong. Rafinha to De Jong, to Felix. It's all Barcelona. What's gonna happen? Rafinha again. Nice back heel again. Shot. Oh my. That is beautiful. That is world class. How long did they have the ball for? Pass. Break down Benfica's defense, and Barcelona with S2G. They are 2 goals on the good. They are 2-1 up on Benfica going into halftime. There is the halftime whistle. 45 minutes to play, guys, in our YouTube Cup final. What a final so far in our YouTube Cup as the second half is underway. Can Benfica make a miracle comeback? And now Benfica is going forward. And to be fair, they have not looked out of place whatsoever against the strong Barcelona side. Cabral, Kokchu, João Mario to Cabral. Cabral going forward. Oh my, what did I just say? What did I say? Benfica has not looked out of place. And Cabral with a brace. He ties it up for Benfica in the 50th 32nd minute. There's still plenty of time left to play in the second half as we approach the 60th minute, and Barcelona is on the attack trying to get another goal through Jean Felix. Felix to Lewandowski. I'm done. This game's insane. This game is absolutely insane. It's 3-2 for Barcelona and S2G. As Benfica get an equalizer, Barcelona automatically go back the other way and score and take the lead once again. This time it is through Robert Lewandowski. 3-2 Barca. And once again, Benfica has some work to do. They've come back twice in this game. They were down 1-0, came back 1-1. They were down 2-1, came back 2-2. And now they're again down 3-2. Can they come back and make it 3-2? Through Cabral. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. What are my eyes seeing right now? Pinch me, am I dreaming? Cabral scores a hat trick. And once again, Benfica come back. It's 3-3. I can't believe it. One of the best finals we've had on the channel here, to be honest with you. Rafinha now to Lewandowski. Are they going to take the lead again here? There's no offside? Offside! No goal! I thought Benfica conceded again. Is that really offside? I mean, does that count as offside? I guess it does. It stays 3-3. Barcelona is on the attack right away. S2G is on the attack right away. Give and go with Ferran Torres. Back heel to Cancelo. Cancelo into the box. Shot! My goodness! Barcelona, more quality. This time it's Rafinha. And that's just a quality finish, isn't it? That is a fantastic finish. But Benfica refuses to lose this match and refuses to go down. Maybe they can come back again. 1-on-3 here for Barcelona against Benfica, but he does get around one. Rafinha! It's 5-3 Barcelona. That is awful defending. Awful defending from Benfica and AA9 skills. Look at the things that have happened in this tournament and this final. Rafa! Oh, he hits the crossbar. He needed to score. He needed to score. I think it's over. I think it's going to be Barcelona. Benfica will lose this one, guys. We're in the final minute, basically. Rafinha. Torres saved by Trubin, and that is the final whistle. A dramatic final to our YouTube Cup. Barcelona S2G, Benfica AA9 skills. Benfica lose yet another final and unfortunately stay cursed. S2G prevails. We have to thank all our participants. We have to thank Benfica and AA9 skills. We have to thank teams like Bolton and Thogden and Mini Minter and Leeds, and Jared with Fulham, and Fiago with Hamburg. But it is S2G, Sid, and Barcelona that are the 2024 YouTube Cup champions, and honestly, deservingly so. They were fantastic in this competition. My friends, thank you very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. Please hit the subscribe button as well if you're new around here. And if you do have any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, please comment them down below. I want to thank all my friends for sending in their videos, from Jared, from S2G, obviously, from Fiago, from Hamburg. Thank you for sending in and supporting this video. Thank you for supporting the channel, of course. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Always keep smiling. It is Sid, S2G, and Barcelona. Peace, 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 peace. We recently did the 2024 YouTubers Champions League, where a footy YouTuber represented a club. But then all of you guys spammed the comment section demanding a YouTuber World Cup where a footy YouTuber represents a nation. So I want to welcome you to the 2024 YouTuber World Cup. This is going to be epic. Let me introduce you to the YouTubers that will be representing their nation in our YouTube World Cup. But before we go any further, if you guys can please hit the like button for me. Let's aim for like 2,000 likes on this video. That would be absolutely incredible. 2024 YouTuber World Cup. Let's go. Our first footy YouTuber that will be participating in our competition, he reigns from Croatia. It is our good friend HR Vizak. Now, he told me that he's pretty confident about winning this competition, but I honestly think he's too confident because, as you guys know, this is the home of fairy tale runs.
Hello, this is HR Vizak, and you can count on Croatia in Tsar's World Cup. We were finalists in 2018, third place in 2022. This one's gonna be easy.
YouTuber number 2, and although he lives in the US of A, he actually reigns from Australia. Australia. He participated with Fulham in our YouTuber Champions League. It is, of course, Jared HD. He will be representing the Aussies. YouTuber number 3, England. It has to be Mark Goldbridge once again. He's very critical of Gareth Southgate. Is it coming home? Mark Goldbridge doesn't think it's coming home. Maybe it comes home in this video. YouTuber number 4, and he will be representing Poland. It is, of course, Pazjor, and actually there's a lot on the line here for Pazjor.
Yo, it's Pazjor, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes for Poland to finally win a World Cup. I will even delete my channel just so they win it. Please, Poland, for me.
Number 5 on the list is another returning participant, and he will be representing Turkey. It is Chani Sports. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Chani does live in Germany, but he is Turkish, and his dad, I believe, is an actual football coach, so Chani is stuck with Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Turkey in this video, and honestly, this squad is pretty solid. They might win it all. Footy YouTuber number 6, and he will be representing Ireland. It is, of course, the legendary John Nellis, and John is a big Evan Ferguson guy. He also firmly believes that Ireland can win this entire thing.
I think for the first time, Ireland might actually win something. Big Evan Ferguson is gonna win this for us. Let's go, Ireland.
Number 7 on the list, it's gonna be me. I'm gonna be representing Canada. Can Canada win this World Cup? Probably not, but I'm hoping we can get a decent group. Maybe we can at least advance past the group stage. But I honestly don't have high hopes here. I'm here to maybe spoil the party for someone, and I'm just happy to participate. Footy YouTuber number 8, who could it possibly be? Well, I'm gonna give you a few hints. He's a newcomer to our competitions here on the channel. He reigns from Venezuela, the man of 1,000 destinations. It is, of course, Mr. Santiago, aka Foot Crunch.
Hello, Tsar. Please put Venezuela on the World Cup because we have never qualified for one. For those of you that don't know, I was born there. I do live in England currently, but hopefully you put Venezuela in the World Cup. And if it's not easy, it's because I'm in the airport right now. I'm about to go to Barcelona to hopefully watch them lose against PSG. That's never going to happen. Just make sure Venezuela makes it through somewhere, you know, quarterfinals would be very nice.
Can Venezuela and Foot Crunch progress deep into our World Cup quarterfinals? I mean, that's a tough ask, man. YouTuber number 9 representing Portugal, and of course, again, it has to be AA9 skills with Cristiano Ronaldo and Rafa Leao. But I think Portugal is good enough to win this World Cup, guys. On paper, they look absolutely fantastic. I guess maybe we'll see who they draw in their group. There is someone who's probably more favorite to win this competition than Portugal. It's France, of course. And who will be representing France? It's Leo's goals. Leo.
Watch France get revenge for that World Cup final loss with Kylian Mbappe at the helm, the best player in the world, gonna make that difference again. Allez les Bleus.
We love fairy tale runs and stories on our channel, and YouTuber number 11 on this list, it would definitely be a fairy tale story. This man will be representing Albania in our World Cup. It is, of course, Tekerks or Ergis, and you've seen him before. He's Albanian. Can Albania seriously win our World Cup? I would say probably not, but we've seen some crazy things happen before. So maybe they pull off an upset or two and all of a sudden they're in the final. Footy YouTuber number 12 on this list, guys, is probably the most confident one out of everybody. It is Edgar representing Mexico, but I'll let him tell you how he feels.
So I want to go ahead and extend an apology to every YouTuber that submitted a dumb video of supporting their nation because it wasn't even worth their time because Mexico's winning it all. Tsar, let them know that they have no chance.
Number 13, and we cannot have a competition without this man, and we gave him 13 to hopefully be a lucky number 13 because this man supports Hamburg. Yeah, and Hamburg can never get promoted. You already know who it is. Not only does he support Hamburg, but he also supports Germany, and he will be representing Germany in our World Cup. Of course, it's Fiago.
So do you know why Germany got grouped twice in the FIFA World Cup? Well, we saved up our powers for the real deal. Tsar's YouTuber World Cup. We're gonna take it home, baby. Germany for the win. Let's go.
Footy YouTuber number 14, he's a newcomer to our competition. You guys suggested him a lot in the comments. He will be representing Morocco. It is Usi Footy. And just by looking at the squad of Morocco, they're kind of decent, guys. If they get a favorable group, they might go pretty far. Participant number 15, and he was also very highly suggested by you guys. He will be representing Ukraine. He is from the trio Get Stuck In. It is, of course, Yasha. And in the past couple of years, Ukraine has been making some great strides in the football world, guys, with players like Mudryk and Dovbyk tearing it up for Girona. You got Zinchenko at Arsenal, Mikalenko at Everton, Zabarny playing for Bournemouth also in the Premier League. They got some real good players. Maybe they can win it all here. And last but certainly not least, United States of America. Please put your hands together and give a nice round of applause for Stanman. Yes, Stanman will be representing USA.
Gentlemen, what's going on? I heard there was a competition and the USA was in it. You know, I had to come represent because the USA is the best at everything. For the badge, someone said oil. Ah! coming home, boys. It's coming home, USA. Let's ride.
16 footy YouTubers, 16 nations in our 2024 YouTube World Cup. We know them all. Now we have to seed them all. And we're, of course, going to do it via the lucky pot of gold. 4 groups of 4. Everyone loves the pot of gold. The pot of gold gives us the best groups. It really does. So once I click the pot of gold, it will toss us 4 teams, 4 YouTubers that are going to be together in Group A. What is Group A? Jared HD Australia, John Nellis with Ireland, Channy with Turkey, Edgar with Mexico. I don't know who's the favorite. Is Mexico the favorite? Or maybe it's Turkey. Who is getting out of Group A? We have Group A. Now we need 4 teams for Group B. Group B, AA9 Skills with Portugal, Fiago with Germany, Mark Goldbridge with England, and Ergis with Albania. Albania got screwed just like in the Euros, because in the Euros, they got Spain, Italy, and Croatia, and in our World Cup, they got Portugal, England, and Germany. Who is coming out of this group? I got no idea. Well, Group B is just absolutely insane, isn't it? Let's find 4 teams for Group C. Who is it? Pazjor with Poland, Stanman USA, Usi Footy Morocco, HR Vizak with Croatia. Croatia is probably the favorite here, which means Group D, I will be in the same group as Foot Crunch. Let's see who it's going to be. Who are the other 2? It's Leo with France, it's Yasha with Ukraine, and Foot Crunch with Venezuela. I think it's between me, Foot Crunch, and Yasha to get out behind France, because France is going to dominate this group. All right, guys, the groups are all set. Group A, Australia, Ireland, Turkey, Mexico. Group B, Portugal, Albania, Germany, England, the group of death, of course. Group C, Croatia, Poland, USA with Stanman and Morocco. And Group D, me, Leo, Yasha, Foot Crunch. I don't know what's gonna happen in this group, man. Let's go and see what happens. All right, we're actually pausing it after 2 group stage matches have been played. There's 1 more group stage match to go for every single nation. And let me tell you, there are some interesting things going on here, okay? We're gonna start in Group A. What's happening in Group A? Turkey with Channy are on top on 6 points. Ireland with John Nellis, they're ahead of Edgar, the very confident Edgar, who said they're gonna win the entire thing. They are currently in 3rd behind Ireland, and Australia with Jared are not doing too well. Now, Turkey will be playing Mexico. That is a massive game. And Ireland is playing Australia. Also quite a massive game, but I think Ireland should win that one. In Group B, it is AA9 Skills with Portugal, 2 wins from 2. Germany with Fiago is on 3 points. England with Goldbridge is on 3 points as well, but a 0 goal difference. Germany has a +2 goal difference. Albania, unfortunately, with Ergis, we knew they're probably not going to do well in this group. I'm really sorry to the Albanians, but the most intriguing game here, the next game, match day 3, as you can see, it's Germany versus England. If it's a draw, Germany and Fiago advance. England has to beat Germany. In Group C, after 2 matches, it is Poland on top with 4 points. Pazjor, I mean, he might have to delete his channel, guys. Usi Footy is in 2nd with Morocco, and Croatia with HR Vizak, who was also quite confident, if I remember correctly, saying this one's gonna be easy. Well, currently, yeah, you guys are currently facing elimination, and you're playing Poland next. Stanman also needs a victory. He is playing Morocco. And finally, in Group D, France is first, of course, on 6 points. Canada on 3 points. 1 win. We beat Ukraine, and we lost to Venezuela. Yeah, Venezuela. Venezuela got a victory in the World Cup, and I believe that Foot Crunch really wanted a victory in the World Cup. So here's his celebration.
We won, baby. Our first ever World Cup win.
All the group stage matches have been completed. Who is advancing to the quarterfinals? We are starting in Group A. In Group A, it was John Nellis with Ireland that topped the group, guys, because they beat Australia 2-1. And even though Edgar with Mexico beat Turkey 2-1, they still finished behind Turkey, and Edgar and Mexico are eliminated. Edgar. So it's John Nellis with Ireland and Channy with Turkey that advanced, and Edgar, after saying that he's gonna win the entire thing, finishes in 3rd. Jared, I feel sorry for Jared too. Jared went 0-3 on 0 points. In Group B, Portugal 3 wins from 3, and then Germany beat England 2-1. So there is the Mark Goldbridge effect supporting Manchester United. It carried over into our competition as well. England is eliminated with Albania. They're both going home. home, and Fiago's curse, I mean, maybe it's broken because it's double A9 skills and Fiago that are progressing. Group C, HR Vizak with Croatia finally got their stuff together, and they did top the group because they beat Poland 3-0, and then Usi Footy beat out United States with Stanman 3-2. So unfortunately, Pajor and Stanman are eliminated, but the good thing is that Pajor will keep on making videos because he didn't win a World Cup. And finally, here's Group D, and this is where I am completely heartbroken, guys. We lost to France 4-2, but then somehow Venezuela beat Ukraine and Yasha 3-0. It's Leo with France and Foot Crunch with Venezuela that are progressing. I am heartbroken once again. If you remember our FIFA Champions League video when I was with Bournemouth, we bottled it, and we bottled it here with Canada as well. But I guess I'm happy for Foot Crunch in Venezuela. He said he wanted to get to the quarterfinals, and he somehow got there. I got no idea how he did it. So our quarterfinals, it will be HR Vizak with Croatia versus Chani and Turkey. Then we got a very big matchup between John Nellis and Ireland and Foot Crunch and Venezuela. To be fair, that is a very favorable matchup for both of them. Double A9 skills will take on Usi Footy and Morocco, and then finally we'll have Leo with France taking on Fiago and Germany. That is huge. All right, here we are. Quarterfinal number 1. It is Chani versus HR Vizak, Croatia versus Turkey. Who is winning this match? The experience of Croatia shines. Croatia takes it down. Unbelievable. Quarterfinal number 2. John Nellis, Ireland versus Foot Crunch, Venezuela. Who is going to the last 4? What happened? What just happened? Ireland took the lead 1-0. Venezuela tied it up in the 59th. Venezuela took the lead in the 77th. Ireland tied it up in the 81st. It went to extra time. It went to penalties. And Coleman, Seamus Coleman, missed a pen. Venezuela is going to the last 4 of our YouTuber World Cup. Quarterfinal number 3. Double A9 skills versus Usi Footy and Morocco. I think Portugal is definitely the favorites here. Let's find out what happens. It was close, but it was Ronaldo in the 71st minute. Usi Footy is eliminated in the quarterfinals. Nice run. Double A9 skills. I mean, we talked about Portugal in the beginning. They are in the last 4 as well. And the last quarterfinal, it is Leo versus Fiago. It is France versus Germany. Who is taking it down? Who is going to be our last team in the semifinals? It is... What's happening in this video? I don't know how my voice just went so high. Musiala in the 30th minute. Kimmich in the 89th. Leo is eliminated. Mbappe is going home. It is Fiago with Germany that is going to the last 4. This World Cup is actually unbelievable. Here are our semifinals. It will be HR Vizak with Croatia taking on Foot Crunch. The miraculous run. Somehow he got this far. And then we have double A9 skills with Portugal taking on Fiago with Germany. There's no way that Venezuela is going to the final and beating Croatia, right? There's just no way. We're gonna press simulate and see what happens. I think Venezuela and Foot Crunch are the heavy underdogs here. 3, 2, 1. Who is it? What is it? It was expected. It was expected. 2-0 for Croatia. No surprises here anymore. Shutalo in the 19th. Baturina in the 70th. You have to give a round of applause. Can we get some W's in the chat for Foot Crunch in Venezuela? Because I would have never expected him to go this far with Venezuela. Last 4, he went to the semifinals. And our second semifinal, it is Portugal versus Germany. It is double A9 skills versus Fiago. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Who is it? It is Germany and Fiago. Ronaldo and double A9 skills are eliminated in the semifinals, which means our final 2024 YouTuber World Cup is HR Vizak with Croatia versus Fiago and Germany. Here we go. The inaugural 2024 YouTubers World Cup. Croatia versus Germany. Fiago versus HR Vizak in a packed San Siro. This is going to be unbelievable. And it is kickoff time. Croatia is, of course, in their white and red. Germany is in their other blue kits. Inside to Budimir. Croatia shot. Ter Stegen with the save. Kimmich will intercept, but it only goes as far as Kovacic, and it's Croatia on the ball once again. Kovacic, Perisic. It just feels like Croatia is going to score. It just feels like it, but Ter Stegen says not today. Is there a cross into the box? There is. Rudiger out. Wirtz, Gundogan, Kai Havertz. Look at the pass made. Don't be selfish. Havertz, Jamal Musiala, Havertz, back heel. Heinrichs. Musiala again. Musiala. Leon Goretzka. Nice through ball to Wirtz. Florian Wirtz. Holding on. Still holding. Leroy Sané. Back and forth here. Still 0-0 in this final. Kimmich. To the box. Gundogan. Sané. Will we have a goal before halftime? Goretzka. Gundogan again. It's been a really tactical half here by both teams, but it does look like we'll go 0-0 into the second half, unless maybe the ref will not extend it past the 45. It is 0-0 at halftime between Croatia and Germany. Second half about to get underway in our inaugural 2024 YouTuber World Cup. Wirtz again. Musiala, no offside. Jamal Musiala looking for the cross. Kimmich, Havertz, Gundogan in the box. Oh, Livakovic surely saves a goal. Gundogan is coming off. Emre Can is coming on for Germany in the 65th minute. Meyer back to Perisic. Perisic out wide to Sosa. We're almost in stoppage time. 87th minute. Borna Sosa. Sosa still holding. Perisic into the box to Budimir. Kimmich, the experience of Kimmich. Oh, he gives it away. It's given away. Kovacic missed. Schlotterbeck is coming on for Nicolas Schule. But we are in stoppage time, and it looks like we're going to go to extra time here to decide this one. Are we going to go to extra time? Yes, we are. So many chances for both teams, but it is 0-0. Well, we got at least another 30 minutes here to go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Perisic holding on. He's covered by Rudiger. Brozovic. Modric. Blocked by Rudiger again. Rudiger is everywhere. He is everywhere. Holding on. There's the pass to Havertz. And now he's got some space. He'll slow it down to Leon Goretzka. Havertz. Will he look? Heinrichs. There's the nice ball. Oh, Livakovic is smart. And that is halftime of extra time. Still 0-0. And we might go to penalties. We legit might go to penalties here. Modric now on the ball. Outlet pass. Croatia still operating on the counters. They're letting Germany have all the ball possession, but they just go on that counter, and their counters are dangerous like here. Kovacic again. Kovacic, what are you doing? Passes it back. Modric. Ter Stegen. There is no way. He denies Modric in extra time with 4 minutes to play. Kovacic to Gvardiol. Back to Kovacic. Back heel to Modric. It's a Luka Modric show here. Perisic again. Kimmich intercepts. Ter Stegen. We are going to penalties. Croatia versus Germany. All to play for a penalty shootout. Here we go. It is Luka Modric taken first against Ter Stegen. Luka scores 1-0 Croatia. Emre Can versus Livakovic to tie it up. 1-1. All to play for. Juranovic now versus Stegen. Ter Stegen makes the save. Havertz versus Livakovic. Livakovic lets it in. It's 2-1 Germany. Lovro Meyer now against Stegen. He scores. It's 2-2, but Germany can take the lead here through Gnabry. Gnabry versus Livakovic. Gnabry scores. Perisic against Stegen. He's got to score. And he does. He scores. Kimmich versus Livakovic. Livakovic saves. Budimir versus Stegen. Budimir scores. Sané's got to score. If Sané misses, Croatia wins the 2024 YouTubers World Cup. Sané scores. He ties it up. We are going to extra penalty kicks. Brozovic versus Ter Stegen. It's 4-4. Brozovic scores. It's 5-4 for Croatia. And again, Goretzka has to score. Lots of pressure on Germany here. On Fiago. Goretzka. Livakovic. Goretzka scores. It's 5-5. Gvardiol. Ter Stegen. Gvardiol scores 6-5 for Croatia. And once again, Wirtz now has to score against Livakovic to keep it going. My hands are sweaty. Wirtz versus Livakovic. He scores. It is 6-6. Kovacic, Ter Stegen. Kovacic. Dinky doodle do. 7-6 for Croatia. And now Rudiger has to score against Livakovic. All this pressure on Germany, man. Rudiger. Livakovic. Rudiger. Power. 7-7. Šutalo versus Stegen. 8-7 Croatia. This is unbelievable. What's happening here? Schlotterbeck against Livakovic to keep Germany in it, to keep Germany alive, to keep Fiago alive. He scores. 8-8. Borna Sosa versus Ter Stegen. Oh, he almost got there. Borna Sosa scores. It's 9-8. Now Jonathan Tah's got to score. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. Jonathan Tah. Livakovic. 9-9. Now it's Livakovic versus Ter Stegen. And he will score. Oh boy. Now can Ter Stegen score on Livakovic? It's 10-9 Croatia. Goalkeeper versus goalkeeper. Ter Stegen. Unbelievable. 10-10. We're going back to Luka Modric versus Stegen. Modric. 11-10 Croatia. Emre Can again must score against Livakovic. If Livakovic saves, Croatia wins. Emre Can scores. It's 11-11. Juranovic versus Ter Stegen. He scores as well. 12-11 Croatia. Kai Havertz stepping up versus Livakovic to keep Germany and Fiago alive. He does. It's 12-12. Lovro Mayer to give Croatia the lead. He does, just barely off the post. 13-12, guys. Gnabry. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gnabry. Livakovic. He scores. It's 13-13. Unbelievable. Perisic. Ter Stegen. Scores again. Kimmich. Livakovic. 14-13 Croatia. This is the longest penalty shootout I've ever seen in my entire life. It's 14-14. Budimir versus Ter Stegen. He scores as well. 15-14 Croatia. Only one penalty has been missed by each country. This is insane. Have you ever seen anything like it? Sane, Livakovic. It's 15-15. I have no idea what's going on. Brozovic scores 16-15, guys. Goretzka versus Livakovic. How long is this gonna last? Is this the longest penalty shootout in the history of penalty shootouts? Goretzka, Livakovic. It's 16-16. What's going on? Gvardiol, Ter Stegen. 17-16 Croatia. Is there like a glitch? Wirtz versus Livakovic. Croatia versus Germany. Wirtz. He scores. It's 17-17. Kovacic, Ter Stegen. Is anyone gonna miss? 18-17 Croatia. Rudiger stepping up again. We've almost gone through the entire lineup twice. Rudiger. Livakovic. Rudiger misses! Rudiger misses. Rudiger misses. Croatia wins 18-17 on penalties. Fiago is left empty-handed. He's left heartbroken. Rudiger hit the post. Your 2024 footy YouTuber World Cup champion. It is HR Vizak with Luka Modric and Perisic and Budimir and Livakovic. It is Croatia! Croatia, Croatia, Croatia over Germany. What an insane penalty shootout. 18-17. My friends, thank you for watching this legendary video. Thank you for all the content creators and YouTubers that sent in videos to support this video. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you very much. If you guys want to see another competition, or if you have any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, please comment them down below. I love ya. Croatia, HR Visa, congratulations. You are the 2024 YouTuber World Cup champions. Peace, 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 peace. The two biggest football kit rivalries, Adidas football kits, Nike football kits. A lot of massive football clubs are sponsored by Nike, but also a lot of football clubs are sponsored by Adidas. And today, one of the clubs that is sponsored by one of those brands will be crowned the champion in the ultimate football kit competition. Because today we got the Champions League, but it's football clubs sponsored by Nike versus football clubs that are sponsored by Adidas. So we're gonna have a total of 16 clubs participate in this competition, 8 clubs that are sponsored by Nike and 8 clubs that are sponsored by Adidas. So let me introduce you to those clubs. From the Adidas side, we are going to start with Arsenal. Of course, their kit this year is sponsored by Adidas. They're in. And Manchester United is also sponsored by Adidas in 23-24, so they're also in. The Italian giants Juventus have their striped Adidas kit, and yeah, they qualify. And how can we forget Harry Kane with Bayern Munich? They are the 4th Adidas sponsored club that will be participating. This competition will be absolutely stacked, guys, because the 5th club that is sponsored by Adidas that is participating, it is Real Madrid with Jude Bellingham. They are in. Club number 6 that will be representing Adidas, and they come from Netherlands. They are Ajax. And club number 7 that will be representing Adidas comes from Portugal with Angel Di Maria. It is none other than the cursed Benfica. And finally, the last club that will be participating for Adidas in this competition, we can't leave them out. We really can't. It is from the MLS. It is Lionel Messi. It is Inter Miami. So we got our 8 Adidas clubs. Let's find our 8 Nike clubs. And the first club we're we're gonna start with, they come from Spain. They are a big club. They are Atletico Madrid with Antoine Griezmann. The second Nike club will come from France, guys. And again, just like Atletico Madrid, they are a very big club and they are sponsored by Nike. It is Kylian Mbappe with PSG. But for the third Nike club, we have to go right back to Spain because it is Barcelona with Robert Lewandowski. They are represented by Nike in 23-24. They qualify. For club number 4 representing the Nike swoosh, we gotta go to the Premier League and we have Chelsea with Raheem Sterling. And for club number 5, we're actually gonna stay in the Premier League because Liverpool's kits are sponsored by Nike in 23-24. They qualify. But for the 6th club, we are going to Italy. It is an Italian monster. It is Lautaro Martinez with Inter Milan. Club number 7, guys, will once again come from the Premier League. It is Tottenham Hotspur with Heung-min Son. They rock the Nike badge. And for the 8th and final club that will be representing Nike, hey, listen, we have Inter Miami with Adidas and Messi, so we need to have Al Nassr with Nike and Cristiano Ronaldo. They are in. We know the 8 Nike clubs that will be participating. We know the 8 Adidas clubs that will be participating. Now we gotta seed those 16 clubs into 4 groups of 4 with the 2 wheels. We got the Nike wheel and we got the Adidas wheel. We will have 2 Nike clubs in each group and 2 Adidas clubs in each group so they can face each other right away. Every single group will feel like the group of death, and I hope Al Nassr and Inter Miami end up in the same group. So let's find our first 2 Nike clubs for Group A. We're gonna spin the wheel. Our first Nike club for Group A, it will be Mihailo Mudryk, Raheem Sterling, and Chelsea. And who is the second Nike club in Group A? Which club is it gonna be? Is it PSG or Atletico Madrid? Oh boy, it's PSG with Kylian Mbappe. And what about the first Adidas club that will be going into Group A against Chelsea and PSG? The Italian giant Juventus. And the last Adidas club for Group A. Oh my gosh, this group is insane. It's Real Madrid. Real Madrid for sure the favorites. I don't know about the other 3 though. Maybe Chelsea can pull something off, but Juventus and PSG, I mean, it's probably a coin flip. I love how we started with Group A. First Nike club for Group B, and we're starting off strong in Group B as well. Nike will be represented by Liverpool in Group B. And the second Nike ambassador for Group B besides Liverpool, Barcelona, guys. Yeah. So we got Liverpool and Barca representing Nike in Group B, and the first Adidas club will be Inter Miami with Lionel Messi. So Messi's going to be facing his former club in Barcelona in the group stage matches. And the second Adidas club for Group B, is it Benfica or Arsenal? Which one is it? It's Benfica. Benfica is going to have a tough time. I actually think both Adidas clubs are going to have a hard time. Inter Miami and Benfica, I don't know if they can take care of Liverpool and Barcelona. Group C, the first Nike club for Group C. Which one is it? It is the other Inter club, Inter Milan. And the second Nike club to join Inter Milan in Group C, none other than Atletico Madrid, another Spanish giant. Now, who's the first Adidas club that is going into Group C to join Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan? It is the Dutch side, Ajax. Probably an underdog here. And one more Adidas club to complete Group C. It will be Arsenal. Arsenal is in Group C. There are only 4 clubs left, 2 Nike clubs and 2 Adidas clubs, which means they're all going into Group D. And the 2 Nike clubs in Group D, it will be Tottenham and it will be Cristiano Ronaldo with Al Nassr. And the 2 Adidas clubs joining Tottenham and Al Nassr in Group D, well, it will be the German side, Bayern Munich, and then of course Manchester United. All our Nike clubs and Adidas clubs have been seeded, guys. We're going to the end of the group stage matches. Make your predictions down below. Obviously, I am team Adidas. Let me know what team you are on. But I think Nike has the overall edge in the competition. Yeah, Adidas has clubs like Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, but after that, it kind of drops down a little bit to Ajax and Benfica and Inter Miami. While the Nike clubs are pretty strong all across the board with PSG and Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Tottenham, and Liverpool. So let's go to the end of the group stage matches and see who advances to the quarterfinals, the last stage, and which clubs are going home. Will it be Nike clubs or Adidas clubs? Or maybe a combination of both. The group stage matches are over. We got the results, boys. Who is moving into the quarterfinals? We are gonna start in Group A. The 2 Nike clubs in Group A were PSG and Chelsea, and the 2 Adidas clubs were Juventus and Real Madrid, and we have an upset. PSG, a Nike club, topped the group on 13 points. Second place went to an Adidas club, but it wasn't Real Madrid. It was Juventus. Real Madrid finished in 3rd. They are eliminated. And Chelsea, the other Nike club, they were very, very bad. 0-0-6. They only scored 5 goals in 6 matches. 0 points. They are eliminated. But a huge shocker that Real Madrid is going home. And in Group B, we have another shock result. The 2 Adidas clubs were Benfica and Inter Miami, and the 2 Nike clubs were Barcelona and Liverpool. Barcelona, a Nike club, they topped the group. They were the best team in the group. That was expected on 12 points. points. But in second place, Benfica, an Adidas club, they got past Liverpool somehow. Liverpool is eliminated. A Nike club, they finished 1-3-2 on 6 points. They weren't great at all. And Inter Miami, the other Adidas club with Lionel Messi, they are unfortunately eliminated as well. But they kept pace. They got 2 wins. They won more matches than Liverpool and also finished on 6 points. So we have one Nike club in Barcelona progressing and one Adidas club, a shock one, in Benfica. Group C, we had Arsenal and Ajax as the Adidas clubs and Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan as the Nike clubs. We have one Adidas club and one Nike club progressing into the quarterfinals. Arsenal, the Adidas club, 13 points. They topped the group, and the second place went to a Nike club. It was Atletico Madrid on 12 points. Inter Milan were not good at all, actually, only on 6 points, and Ajax, as expected, they finished rock bottom. 0-1-5, winless, allowed 15 goals on 1 single point. But Inter Milan, they're going home too. While in Group D, we have 2 Adidas clubs that are actually progressing, and another shocker, Manchester United topped the group on 13 points. Bayern Munich right behind them on 10 points. So those are the 2 Adidas clubs. Spurs, they were close. They tried to keep it competitive. They went 2-1-3 on 7 points. They are eliminated. And Al Nassr with Nike and Cristiano Ronaldo, they are also saying bye-bye. So our quarterfinals will have an Adidas club in Manchester United take on a Nike club, Atletico Madrid. That will be a very competitive match. Another Nike club in Barcelona will take on another Adidas club in Juventus. Then we have a Nike club in PSG taking on another Adidas club in Bayern Munich. PSG versus Bayern Munich. And finally, the 2 left Adidas clubs in Arsenal and Benfica will face off against each other. The quarterfinals are over, guys, and I am absolutely amazed at what has happened. Let me tell you, Atletico Madrid, Nike club, Manchester United, Adidas club, 4-3 on aggregate for the Adidas club, Manchester United. Atletico Madrid is going home. Another Nike club is eliminated. Then we come to an Adidas club in Juventus versus Barcelona, another Nike club, 5-4 on aggregate for another Adidas club. Juventus beat Barcelona over 2 legs, 5-4. Another Nike club is eliminated. Bayern Munich, an Adidas club versus PSG, a Nike club, 7-4 on aggregate for the Adidas club. Bayern Munich, yeah. And the final Nike club is also going home in the quarterfinals. We have no Nike clubs remaining in the competition. But the biggest shock of all comes from Arsenal and Benfica. It was 3-3 on aggregate, and thanks to FC24, the away goals are still in the game, and somehow, some way, Benfica beat Arsenal. They're trying to break their curse. They're both Adidas clubs, so one of them was going to be progressing into the semifinals, and it will be Benfica. Arsenal lost to Benfica. So the Adidas clubs won the competition, but which is the best Adidas club? We're going to have to find out, because these are the semifinals. Manchester United will take on Juventus, and Bayern Munich will take on Benfica. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The race for the best Adidas club is on. Juventus versus Manchester United, the first Adidas semifinal. I understand this is Nike versus Adidas, but all the Nike clubs were eliminated in the quarterfinals somehow. So we have Juventus versus Manchester United, and Manchester United is definitely making the case to be the best Adidas club in the world, because they beat Juventus 4-2 on aggregate. So Manchester United is going to the final. And the other matchup, oh my gosh, Benfica versus Bayern Munich, 4-3 on aggregate for Benfica. How? Benfica beat Bayern Munich 4-3 on aggregate, 2-2 in the second leg. So our final is going to be Manchester United versus Benfica. Man United wants to be the biggest Adidas club in the world. Benfica also wants to be the biggest Adidas club in the world, but they also want to win a major European trophy since being cursed. They are in a final once again. You couldn't pay me enough to agree with you if someone said that Man United and Benfica will be our final in our Nike versus Adidas Champions League. This is absolutely ridiculous, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Welcome to the neutral ground San Siro. Well, it will be Adidas versus Adidas, Manchester United Adidas versus Benfica Adidas. They're both wearing the Adidas kits. Half the stadium is red, half the stadium is white. Who will be crowned champion? Benfica is in their white Adidas kits. Manchester United is in their classic red with white short Adidas kits. I did not expect this final whatsoever, but I think it's going to be a good one. Lindelof. Man United has control of the ball right now. They're kind of going forward. Nice ball by Rasmus Højlund to Garnacho. Garnacho to McTominay. McTominay slows down to Garnacho. Højlund Højlund, Man United on the attack. Højlund blows by one, but then loses the ball, and now Benfica can come back the other way through Rafa. Rafa to João Mario. João Mario, back to João Mario, into the midfield for Kokcu. Kokcu to João Mario once again. Nice pass to Rafa. Rafa to João Mario again. João Mario holding on. What a pass! What a shot! What a save by Onana! Kokcu is still there though. Benfica still on the ball. Benfica on the attack. Rafa. Another beautiful pass. Cabral makes no mistake. Benfica might break the curse. Benfica might break the curse. Manchester United are blown apart here. Nice run. No coverage. Luke Shaw didn't pick up the runner. Onana's not saving that. It's not Onana's fault. 1-0 for Benfica. McTominay to Garnacho. Garnacho. That's a terrible pass. What is that? That's an awful pass. João Mario to Kokcu. Rafa. Cabral. Going forward, the goal scorer. Nice overlay pass to Di Maria. Di Maria inside to Kokcu. Kokcu. Rafa, can he shoot? No. A foot is in the way, and Manchester United survive another scare. McTominay. And that is going to be halftime. Benfica hold the lead. They have 45 minutes to go to win a trophy. Here we go, 45 minutes to go. Probably the most important 45 minutes in Benfica's recent history. Today, they have an opportunity to win. Benfica. Is there a pass by Kokcu? Yes, to Rafa. Amrabat is there. 61 minutes in. McTominay. I mean, Man United has been absolute trash. They've been very, very bad. They've been so bad in this match, and I don't know why. João Mario to Cabral. Loses the ball, Dallo. And now, again, Manchester United has to go forward. They have to go forward. 77 minutes, 78 minutes have been played. Rasmus Højlund is making the run, but Bruno's carrying forward by himself. It's not a great pass. Not a great pass. Otamendi is in the way. Now Rafa can come back the other way for Benfica. Benfica carrying the ball forward. They want to win this trophy. Di Maria inside to Cabral. He tries to do a little step over around Harry Maguire, but nothing doing, and Dallo has to go back the other way. Anthony, we're in the closing moments. Nice pass. Oh, Bruno tried to feed it in to McTominay. 89 minutes in, we're almost in stoppage time. Is Benfica gonna brace the curse? They're going forward through Frederick Arsnes. Arsnes into the box. Arsnes. Di Maria. Di Maria. It's 2-0. Former Manchester United player. Benfica will break their curse, and they will be crowned the champion of Nike versus Adidas. Unreal. That's the final whistle. Manchester United, a fairy tale run all the way to the final, versus Benfica, also a fairy tale run all the way to the final. And Man United fall just short, giving Benfica a major European trophy in a very, very, very long time. We thought that Benfica will be cursed forever. We thought Benfica will never make it to another final. We thought Benfica will never win another final. Yet here they are. It is Nicolas Otamendi, the captain. Right beside him is Angel Di Maria, and he will lift this Adidas versus Nike Champions League trophy, and Benfica break their curse, and they are the champions. Benfica, Benfica, Benfica. Congratulations. Unbelievable. What a run. Not only was Benfica in a group with Liverpool and Barcelona, the two Nike clubs, then they got past Arsenal, and then they got past Bayern Munich, and then they beat Manchester United in the final. I also gotta say that the Nike clubs, they flopped hard. Seriously, I expected so much better, especially from the bigger ones like Barcelona and Liverpool, PSG. Like, seriously, what happened? As always, my friends, thank you very much for watching this Nike versus Adidas Champions League. If you got any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, please comment them down below, and I will be sure to read them. Maybe we can even do like a brand versus brand competition where we can put Puma kits in there and Umbro, Castori. There's a lot of different brands that sponsor a lot of big teams. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay happy, stay healthy, always keep smiling, my friends. Let me know who you were cheering for and how your club did, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace, 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 peace. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Today we have the Champions League, but it's bigger than ever. Welcome back, guys, and yeah, your ears didn't mislead you. We're gonna have the Champions League, but it's going to be massive. Instead of having the regular 32 clubs that participate year after year in the Champions League, or next season's 36 clubs, we're actually gonna have 64 clubs participate. And to make this competition even cooler, every single European division that is in FC24 will have an equal amount of clubs play in our Champions League. So let me introduce you to our 64 participants, but before we do that, as always, guys, please hit the like button for me, of course, if you enjoy the content in the video. And if you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button with the little noti bell. It helps me out a ton. I would really appreciate it as well. Let's go. It is 64 clubs in a Champions League. So there's a total of 18 European first divisions that are in FC24. So the top 3 out of each division will qualify for our Champions League. That will give us a total of 54 clubs. And the other 10 clubs will come from the rest of the world section. Now, to find the top 3 clubs out of every single division that's going to qualify for our Champions League, we actually simmed a full season on FC24. Let's find out who qualifies and who doesn't. We're gonna start in Austria, and coming out of Austria to play in our Champions League, it will be RB Salzburg, Sturm Graz, and SK Rapid Vienna. From the Belgian Pro League, it will be Club Brugge, Royal Antwerp, and Genk. From Denmark, and there's no surprises here, it will be FC Copenhagen, FC Nordsjælland, and FC Midtjylland. The 4th league on the list is the Premier League, and the top 3 in the Premier League, there's actually a couple surprises here. It is Arsenal who finished in 1st, Newcastle, he finished in 2nd, and Manchester City finished in 3rd. They are all in. Moving to France, and it will be, of course, PSG. That's no surprise, but a surprising Lille who finished in 2nd, and Marseille finished in 3rd. They all qualify. Monaco, Arsenal, and Olympique Lyonnais, and Nice, they all miss out. From the Bundesliga, of course, Bayern Munich, they will be there. They won the league on 77 points. RB Leipzig finished in 2nd, so they qualify. And the 3rd team will be Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen. Borussia Dortmund came in 4th, so they're not getting in here. From Serie A in Italy, Inter Milan won the league on 88 points. They are in. Roma finished in 2nd. They are also in. And Juventus is in 3rd. So no Lazio and no AC Milan and no Napoli. Then we head to Netherlands, where Ajax actually finished 1st. That's surprising because in real life they're struggling. Feyenoord in 2nd. AZ Alkmaar in 3rd. PSV does not qualify. Poland will also have 3 teams that get in, and Legia Warszawa is in. They finished top after 34 matches. Lech Poznan, they are also in. They finished 2nd, and the 3rd team is Rako. Portugal, the top 3, yeah, there's no surprises in Portugal. It will be Porto, it will be Benfica, and it will be Sporting. Believe it or not, Romania is also going to have 3 clubs that participate, and they are FCSB, they finished 1st, Farul Constanta in 2nd, and FCU 1948 Craiova. I hope I said that right. From the Scottish Premiership, it will be Celtic, it will be Hearts, who finished in 2nd, and 3rd went to Rangers. And now we come to La Liga. Well, Real Madrid won the league on 82 points, so they are in. Barcelona came in 2nd. They are also in. But 3rd place, it did not go to Athletic Club Bilbao or Atletico Madrid. It went to Sevilla. So Sevilla gets in. All the other ones don't. From the Swiss Super League, it will be FC Basel. They finished top. Young Boys finished in 2nd, and FC Zurich came in 3rd. They are all qualifying. The Turkish Super League, it will be Galatasaray, it will be Besiktas, and it will be a surprising Başakşehir. It won't be Fenerbahce or Trabzonspor. Başakşehir stole 3rd place. 3 clubs from Norway will also get a shot at a Champions League trophy, and it will be Bodo Glimt, it will be Lillestrøm SK, they finished in 2nd, and Molde rounded off the top 3. Yes, the Republic of Ireland is very, very bad on FC24, but they're gonna have 3 clubs as well. They're gonna be Dundalk, Derry City, and Bohemian. So no Shamrock Rovers. I think Shamrock is like the favorite to win all the time, but they finished in 4th, so they're not getting in. And how can we forget about Sweden, guys? Well, from Sweden, it will be Hammarby, it will be Djurgårdens, and Malmo. They are the top 3. They all qualify. So now we know our 54 clubs from the 18 first European divisions, but we need 10 more to make it 64. They're obviously coming from the rest of the world section. And we're going to take the 10 highest rated European clubs from the rest of the world section, but we're also going to make sure that every country has at least 1 club that participates. So from Czechia, it will be Slavia Praha and Sparta Praha. They are both in. From Greece, we will have Panathinaikos that gets in, and we're going to have AEK Athens. They're the 2 Greek sides that qualify. Croatia is also going to have 2 clubs that participate, one being Dinamo Zagreb, and the other one, of course, being Hajduk Split. From Croatia to Ukraine, Ukraine will also have 2 clubs, one being Dinamo Kiev, and the other one is none other than Shakhtar Donetsk. Only 2 clubs left, and how can we leave out the Hungarian side, Ferencvaros? And the last participant in our 64 club Champions League will go to the Cyprus side, Apoel. It came between Apoel and Helsinki from Finland, but Apoel is just higher rated. They're gonna qualify. So how are the 64 clubs gonna participate and be seeded? Well, we're gonna be using the pot of gold. You guys love the pot of gold. I know you guys love the wheel as well, but today we're gonna use the pot of gold, and it won't be groups of 4, it will be groups of 8. It's gonna be absolute chaos. 8 groups of 8. Now, the magic pot of gold has actually never disappointed us. If you've watched our previous videos, you know that the pot of gold always delivers. So please, pot of gold, give us the first 8 clubs that are going into Group A. And they are Dinamo Zagreb, AEK Athens, Djurgårdens from Sweden, Genk, Farul Constanta from Romania, RB Salzburg from Austria, Basel from Switzerland, and Porto from Portugal. That is an absolute wild group. I have no idea who will be making it out. By the way, just a disclaimer, it won't be the top 2 that make it out of each group. It will be the top 4 so we can get to the round of 32. So 4 of these 8 clubs will move on and 4 will be eliminated. I'm absolutely loving the start the pot of gold has given us for Group A. Let's find the next 8 clubs that are going into Group B. They are gonna be Derry City, Royal Antwerp, FCU 1948 Craiova, Galatasaray, Sturm Graz, Marseille from France, Hammarby, and Dundalk. Group C, 8 clubs for Group C. Here we go. We got some big ones on the board. Hajduk Split from Croatia, Celtic from Scotland, PSG is here, Shakhtar Donetsk from Ukraine, Real Madrid is in this group, Newcastle is in this group, Apoel from Cyprus, and Feyenoord. This might be the group of death. Group C is definitely the group of death. PSG, Real Madrid, Newcastle, Feyenoord, those are 4 strong clubs. Shakhtar Donetsk, maybe they can pull an upset. Celtic as well is pretty strong. Apoel and Hajduk Split, I don't know if they can win a couple of, maybe they can win a couple of games. Maybe. I told you guys that the pot of gold never disappoints. We need 8 clubs for Group D. What do we got? Roma, Başakşehir, FC Midtjylland, Sporting, SK Rapid Vienna, Legia Warszawa, Barcelona, and Bodo Glimt. 4 groups down, 4 groups to go, guys. So far, every single group is absolutely insane. Let's find the next 8 clubs for Group E. What are you giving us, magic pot of gold? Dynamo Kiev, FC Nordsjælland, Slavia Praha, AZ Alkmaar, Bayer Leverkusen is in here, Lille is in here from France, Panathinaikos, and Club Bruges. We're now looking for 8 clubs for Group F. Hearts, Rangers, Juventus, Lillestrøm, Lech Poznan, Ferencváros, Ajax, and Arsenal. 6 of the 8 groups are finished, guys. We're looking for Group G, 8 clubs. Pot of gold. Give us something nice and tasty. Malmo, Inter Milan, FCSB, Young Boys, Sparta Praha, FC Copenhagen, Bayern Munich, and the Irish side Bohemian FC. One last group, the 8th group, Group H. The last 8 clubs that are going into Group H are Rakow from Poland, Manchester City, RB Leipzig, Besiktas, Sevilla, FC Zurich, Molde, and Benfica. Actually, this might be the group of death because we have City, we have Leipzig, we have Besiktas, we have Sevilla, and Benfica. 5 massive clubs battling it out for 4 spots. Okay, it took a while, but I seeded all the 64 clubs into 8 groups of 8, exactly how the pot of gold gave them to us. But the way it's going to work is going to be just a little bit different than the regular Champions League. The clubs are not going to play a home and away. They're just going to play 1 match against each other. So every club will play a total of 7 matches in their group. The top 4 after the group stage matches will advance to the round of 32. And starting with the round of 32, it's going to be World Cup style, where we won't have a home and away knockout. It's just going to be a 1-match knockout. I think a 1-match elimination will just cause more drama and more upsets. So let's go to the end of the group stage matches and see who are the top 4 clubs that will be progressing to the round of 32 of our 64 club Champions League. This is absolutely ridiculous. All right, guys, that also took forever, but finally all the group stage matches are done. We can go through group by group to see the top 4 clubs that are making it to the round of 32. Let's go. It is Group A, and in Group A, Porto topped the group on 19 points. Dinamo Zagreb, though, came in second. There was a big gap between first and second, actually. Porto on 19, second place. Dinamo Zagreb was only on 11 points, so an 8-point gap. Basel in third, and AEK Athens rounded off the top 4. They are the top 4 clubs that are progressing into the round of 32. Salzburg, Ghent, Farul Constanta from Romania, and Djurgårdens from Sweden, they are all going home. In Group B, it was Royal Antwerp that topped it on 16 points, with Marseille right behind them on 15 points. Galatasaray was kind of fighting it out, battling it out to stay in those top 4. They finished in 3rd place on 11 points, and then 4th place went to Hammarby. Hammarby finished in 4th, so they actually progressed. They qualified, while Derry City, Sturm Graz, last. Craiova from Romania and Dundalk, they are all eliminated. Group C had a lot of big clubs in the group, and PSG topped it on 18 points, actually tied with Real Madrid, who was also on 18 points. Feyenoord from the Netherlands in third place on 13 points, and Celtic came in fourth, therefore eliminating Newcastle United, who actually came in fifth. Celtic progress, Newcastle are eliminated, but Başakşehir topped the group on 16 points. Roma in second, Barcelona in third. They were also fighting to stay in those top four places. Sporting came in fourth and rounded off the top four. Bodo Glimt, Midtjylland, Rapid Vienna, and Legia Warszawa, they were all not good enough. Bodo Glimt tried to keep pace. They finished only 2 points behind Sporting, but Midtjylland, Rapid Vienna, and Legia Warszawa, bye-bye. Group E was probably the favorite that topped it. It was Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen. They won every single match. 7 wins from 7 on 21 points, an 8-point gap between first and second place, which went to AZ Alkmaar. Club Brugge in third on 12 points, and Lille rounded off the top 4 in Group E. Unfortunately for Panathinaikos, Dynamo Kiev, Slavia Praha, and FC Nordsjælland, who were actually horrendous. They lost all their 7 matches and only scored 5 goals while conceding 20. All those 4 bottom ones are eliminated. Group F, Arsenal went undefeated and topped the group. Juventus are closed second on 14 points. Ferencváros, they qualified. They finished in third ahead of Ajax, who came in fourth. And then Lech Poznan, they just missed out, unfortunately. Only 1 point behind Ajax in fifth. Rangers, very disappointing, only on 7 points. Hearts, also from Scotland, also very disappointing. And Lillestrøm from Norway, 1-0-6, 3 points, just not good enough. Group G, no surprises here. Bayern Munich 4-2-1 on 14 points. They topped the group, but a surprising BSC Young Boys were tied with Bayern Munich for second place. Inter Milan in third, and Malmo finished in fourth. Sparta Praha, FCSB, a surprising and disappointing Copenhagen, all the way in 7th place in this group. I thought they would do much better. They're eliminated, and Bohemian MC from Ireland also going home. And finally, the last group, a lot of big teams and a couple of dark horse clubs, and I think my shirt just fell off the back of my chair. Oh well, it is what it is. Benfica topped the group, guys, 15 points. Manchester City also on 15 points. They're in second. Sevilla in third on 14 points. Leipzig in fourth on 13 points. And Besiktas, they just ran out of gas. They finished in fifth on 12 points. Those top 5 teams, though, they kind of beat up on Zurich, Molde, and Rako, who finished 6th, 7th, and 8th, and ultimately all were on 4 points. They were just not good enough whatsoever. Unfortunately for Besiktas, they fall into the bottom 4, so they're eliminated. So in the round of 32, which is the round 1 here, it will be Bayern Munich versus Feyenoord. Juventus will take on the Greek side AEK Athens. Porto will face Club Brugge. Real Madrid will take on Leipzig from Germany. That should be an interesting one. Başakşehir will face the Swiss side Basel. Olympique Marseille will take on Lille, so France versus France in that matchup. PSG will take on the Hungarian side Ferencváros. I don't know if Ferencváros can get by PSG. That's kind of an unlucky draw for them. Roma will face Celtic. Benfica will take on Inter Milan. Big match. Dinamo Zagreb versus Ajax. Maybe Dinamo Zagreb can pull off an upset there. Arsenal will take on the Turkish side Galatasaray. AZ Alkmaar will take on Sporting from Portugal. Royal Antwerp versus Barcelona. Barcelona are definitely the favorites. Man City versus Malmo. Man City is definitely the favorites. Leverkusen will take on Sevilla, though. That is a big one. And then Young Boys will take on Hammarby. You saw the round of 32 matchups, guys. It's only one knockout match. Make your predictions down below. Who is advancing to the round of 16? The round of 32 is over, guys. And remember that I said having only one knockout match may cause some unpredictable results and some upsets. And I would say that we have a bit of both. Let's go through it. Bayern Munich versus Feyenoord. Well, Feyenoord won 3-2. So Bayern Munich is eliminated. One match, one knockout. Feyenoord somehow pulled it off. 3-2 is the final. Feyenoord is progressing. Juventus versus Athens, though. Juventus is also progressing. They beat AEK Athens 2-1. Porto versus Club Brugge. 2-0 for Porto. Club Brugge is eliminated. Porto progresses to the round of 16. But then Real Madrid, they lost 2-1 to RB Leipzig in the first match. And since there's no second leg, they're just going home. Başakşehir and Basel went all the way to penalties, and Başakşehir won 4-3, eliminating Basel in the process. Olympique Marseille versus Lille. It was a close one. It was 2-1 for Marseille. Lille with Jonathan David is going home. Aubameyang with Marseille is moving on. PSG is also moving on. Ferencváros from Hungary couldn't pull it off. They kept it close. It was 2-1 the final score, but they are also going home. PSG is in the round of 16. Roma beat up on Celtic 4-1. That was probably expected. Roma is moving on. Celtic is eliminated. But Benfica Benfica eliminated Inter Milan 2-1. So Inter is going home. Benfica is in the round of 16. Dinamo Zagreb tried to keep pace with Ajax, but Ajax scored 4 goals against them, beating them 4-2. So Dinamo Zagreb is also going home, and Ajax is progressing. Arsenal is also progressing, nudging Galatasaray by a very, very slim margin there. 2-1. Galatasaray is unfortunately eliminated. Arsenal is progressing. AZ Alkmaar lost 3-1 to Sporting. Sporting is moving on. AZ Alkmaar is saying bye-bye. But then somehow Barcelona lost 3-2 to Royal Antwerp. One leg, anything can happen. Royal Antwerp pull it off, although Malmo couldn't pull it off against Manchester City because they lost 4-0. Bayer Leverkusen and Sevilla went scoreless all the way to penalties, but Bayer Leverkusen won 3-1 on penalties. And the last round of 32 matchups, it was BSC Young Boys versus Hammarby. The scoreline was 3-0, and it wasn't for Hammarby, it was for Young Boys. They are in the round of 16. So a round of 16, it has some fairy tale run sides, and it also has some big clubs. Feyenoord will take on Juventus. FC Porto will take on RB Leipzig. Probably a coin toss. Başakşehir versus Marseille should be a good one. PSG will take on Roma. Benfica will take on Ajax. Arsenal will take on Sporting from Portugal. Arsenal doesn't have a good record against Portuguese sides, so I'm probably thinking Sporting will win that one. Royal Antwerp, after beating Barcelona, now they gotta play Manchester City. I don't think they're gonna be as lucky this time. And then Bayer Leverkusen will take on Young Boys from Switzerland. The round of 16 is over. Do we have some surprising results? I would say maybe a couple, that is for sure. Feyenoord versus Juventus. Well, the Feyenoord's luck has run out. They ran into Juventus, and Juventus beat them 3-1. It was only a one leg, remember that? Juventus is going to the quarterfinals, the last stage. Porto versus Leipzig. Leipzig lost 2-0 to Porto, guys. Porto is also in the quarterfinals. Leipzig is going home in the round of 16. But then Başakşehir eliminated Marseille. They beat them 2-1. So Marseille is going home, and Başakşehir from Turkey is going to be in the quarterfinals. And Roma got by PSG also 2-1. Somehow, some way, Roma found a way to beat PSG. So PSG is eliminated. Is it possible to happen for Roma to beat PSG? I would say so. Roma is still a quality side, but it's definitely a surprising result. Benfica put an end to Ajax's journey. They beat them 3-2, while Arsenal finally got by a Portuguese side, and they won 2-1 over Sporting. And let's be realistic here. Even though Royal Antwerp somehow, some way pulled out a victory against Barcelona, they were never getting by Manchester City, and that is the exact case here. Man City rolled them 5-2. And then finally, Bayer Leverkusen took care of business against Young Boys from Switzerland 4-1. So our last remaining 8 clubs and the quarterfinals are as follows. Juventus will take on Porto. Başakşehir will face Roma. Benfica will face Arsenal. So Arsenal has to play another Portuguese side after beating Sporting. And then Manchester City will take on Bayer Leverkusen. The 4 quarterfinals are over, guys. Juventus versus Porto, and Porto continues their mad journey. They beat Juventus 2-0. Porto will be in the semi-finals. Başakşehir versus Roma. Başakşehir was definitely the underdog going into this matchup, and they lost 2-0. So Roma is also going to be in our last 4. And Arsenal beat Sporting, beating one Portuguese side in the quarterfinals, but then they couldn't get by the other Portuguese side in Benfica. They lost 2-1 to Benfica, which means we're going to have 2 Portuguese sides in our semi-finals. That is insane. And the last matchup, it was Manchester City versus Bayer Leverkusen, and unfortunately for Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso, they kind of just, their tank went on empty, and they lost 3-2 to Manchester City. So Manchester City is the last team that's going to be in our semi-finals. And the semi-finals will be Porto versus Roma. One of them will be in the final, and Benfica will try and upset Manchester City. Highly unlikely, but we could technically see an all-Portuguese final if Porto and Benfica win. I don't see it happening. I think it will be Roma and Manchester City, or maybe Porto and Manchester City, but Manchester City for sure will be in the final here. The semi-finals are done. Porto versus Roma. Roma's journey, it comes to an end in the semi-finals. Porto, they continue their absolute miraculous run. They beat Roma 3-2, and then Benfica versus Manchester City. Will we have an all-Portuguese final? And the answer is no. Manchester City beat up on Benfica 5-2. That was probably expected, which means our final, it will have one big, heavy club in Manchester City and quite a surprising underdog in Porto. Maybe we shouldn't count out Porto, though, because in the round of 16, they got by Leipzig. In the quarterfinals, they got by Juventus. And in the semifinals, they got by Roma. So are they capable of beating this Manchester City side? I think they're still the underdog, but maybe they can pull it off. There is the Champions League League trophy, and we are at the Arena of Schalke in Germany for this Champions League final. The 64 club Champions League final. This is going to be quite the matchup. One favorite club, one underdog club. Who will be crowned champion? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans watching everywhere. It is the Champions League final. It is Porto versus Manchester City. I mean, did we expect Manchester City to be in this final? Probably. We expected Manchester City to go deep. But Porto, I mean, they have done pretty well. Seriously, they really have. And they're on the attack here. And they take the 1-0 lead through the Canadian, Steven Eustachio. Porto's obviously in their yellow kits. Man City's in their blue kits. Okay. The Porto fans are going nuts. There's no way Porto wins this Champions League, right? No way. I mean, they've won the Champions League before, but this would be outrageous. 1-0 Porto. Erling Haaland has him covered. Varela will go out wide to Gvardiol. No, Gvardiol to Pepe. What am I talking about? Gvardiol. Gvardiol plays for Manchester City. My gosh, I have everyone confused here. It's going to be very interesting to see how Man City will respond. Rodri receives the ball from Akanji. Back to Rodri. Back to Julian Alvarez. And Rodri will control the ball again. He will play it to Julian Alvarez. It's all Man City with the possession here. And they're slowly but surely going forward here through Haaland. Haaland tries to make the pass, but it is intercepted. Ivan Nilsson to Varela. Varela will go out wide to Pepe. Carrying forward. Inside to Eustachio. The hero so far for Portugal. For Porto. From Portugal. My commentating skills in this match are just atrocious. Maybe it's because it took forever to record this video. It really does take a long time. Seriously. These videos sometimes take hours to record. Haaland with the ball. Haaland into the box. Bernardo. There he was coming. It was coming. Bernardo Silva. 1-1. It's all square. It's all even in the 37th minute. Porto has no answer. Haaland bursts into the box. Lays it off to Bernardo Silva. He picks a corner. We're all tied up. Out wide to João Mario. João Mario to Mehdi Taremi. They need to get Mehdi Taremi back on the ball as halftime is called. It is 1-1, all up for grabs in the second half. Second half is underway. Will we see a winner in regular time? Or maybe we'll go to extra time. Ruben Diaz. Rodri to Bernardo Silva. Foden takes the wide route. Tries to get around. He does. No, he doesn't. Nice layoff to Haaland, but Pepe, the experience of Pepe. 40 or 41 is he now? He is old and he's still playing. Marco Grujic is coming on for Porto and Grealish is coming on for Jeremy Doku. Grujic, is he a former Liverpool man, I believe? 85th minute. It's do or die for any team. Now or never. You score, you win, basically. Haaland, Silva going forward, covered by Wendell. Is that going to be a corner? It is going to be a corner. 88th minute corner for Manchester City. Foden will take it short. Foden into the box. Akanji holding on. Is that a penalty? Is that a penalty? No, it's not. Okay, I thought the ref pointed to the spot, but he pointed for a corner. Oh my gosh. If this goes in, that's the game. Oh! Diogo Costa with a save. That is a save of the match. And we are going to go to extra time here. First half of extra time, guys. I don't know who's going to win. Galeno, Gonzalez, step overs. Evan Nielsen, is there a shot? Martinez. Oh my gosh. Porto. Martinez scores for Porto in extra time. Unbelievable scenes here. A fresh substitute, fresh legs, fresh goal. 2-1 Porto. And that is the end of the first half of extra time. Man City's got 15 minutes to figure it out. Well, here comes the last 15 minutes. Are we going to go to penalties? Or can Manchester City claw their way back into this match? Jack Grealish. João Mario does excellent. Tony Martinez will lay it off to Nico Gonzalez. Evan Nielsen. Martinez will go out wide to Galeno. Galeno will carry forward. Is there another goal on the cards for Porto? Galeno. Oh my, what's he doing? Martinez. Evan Nielsen. Shot. Wow. Porto will be the 64 Club Champions League winner. Unbelievable. Porto returns back to their Champions League winning ways. Is there a whistle? A final whistle? There it is! Porto is back! Did they ever leave? They will celebrate all night long here. What can you say about Porto? An unreal performance. performance. Did they deserve it? Yeah, they're a good quality side. I can't believe it. Pepe will come up to grab this Champions League trophy. And out of 64 clubs, it is Porto that are crowned champions. Scenes. My friends, if you guys enjoy the content, please hit the like button for me. Please hit the subscribe button as well. Porto are champions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know your thoughts down below, how you felt about this final, what you thought about Porto's performance. Pepe can now retire in peace as a Champions League winner. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Peace, 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 peace. Porto, I can't believe it. I've created the greatest football competition on earth, the World Cup of Leagues. Now, in this competition, players represent the league and country they play in, not the country they are from. All the best players from all the clubs in that league and country come together to make one full squad, and they represent that nation. Just to give you an example how cool this will be, Mohamed Salah will not represent Egypt, he will represent England because he plays in England for Liverpool. So let me introduce you to the 16 nations and leagues that are participating in this competition. But before we do that, please hit the like button for me, guys. Please hit the subscribe button if you are new here. The World Cup of Leagues, let's go. The first team and country on the list is, of course, the Premier League, and it will be represented by Manchester City and England, and all the players are just absolutely ridiculous. This lineup is insane. Son, Haaland, and Salah up front, De Bruyne, Silva, Rodri in the midfield, Robertson, Diaz, Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Alisson in nets with the bench of Saka, Casemiro, Odegaard, Fernandes, Saliba, Foden, Rice, and even the reserves are absolutely incredible. Even Jack Grealish is here, Gabriel is here, John Stones, James Maddison, Thiago Silva, Jota, and Nkunku, Luke Shaw, Kyle Walker, Moussa Diaby, Luis Diaz, you name them, they are here. Germany will be represented by Bayern Munich, of course, and all the players in Germany, and of course it is, I mean, a lot of it is just Bayern Munich players. Some Borussia Dortmund players, Harry Kane, Musiala, Kovacic, Kimmich, Goretzka, Sané, Alphonso Davies, De Ligt, Kim Min-jae, Grimaldo, and Neuer in nets, and the bench, Hummels, Openda, Müller, Leimer, Danny Olmo from RB Leipzig, Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen, Julian Brandt is here, Schüle, Gnabry, Guerrero, Royce, Upamecano, Hofmann, Ginter, Orban, Xhaka. That is an insane lineup as well. Off to France we go, and PSG will be representing France and all the players that play in France. The front three, of course, of Mbappe, Kolo Muani, Dembele, that is very, very quality. The midfield of Ugarte, Vitinha, Kondogbia, not bad. The back line of Hernandez, Skriniar, Marquinhos, Hakimi, also pretty good. Donnarumma and nets. The benches and the reserves, I find it's just mediocre because there's a lot of 80 players. Like, look at all the 80s. Just 80s all around. A few 82s. Marco Asensio is the best bench player. Kimpembe is here. Ruiz is here. Alexander Lacazette, Wissam Ben Yeddo, Bourigeaud, Terrier, Clausen, Mendes, Keylor Navas, of course, is the backup. But everyone else is kind of just okay. From France, we are going to Italy, and AC Milan will be representing all the Italian players in this competition. And honestly, this lineup is very, very stacked. Probably comparable to the German squad and the English squad. Rafael Leao, Victor Osimhen, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, Paulo Dybala, Barella, Çalhanoğlu, Bastoni, Di Lorenzo, Hernandez, Di Marco, Mike Maignan in nets, and the benches of Ciro Immobile, Martinez, Tomori, Chiesa, Kjaer, Adrian Rabiot, and even the reserves of Giroud and Szczesny, Pulisic, Smalling, Pellegrini, Sommer, Dusan Vlahovic, Romagnoli, and Romelu Lukaku. This team may be one of the favorites to win the entire thing. But if we're talking favorites, we also have to go to Spain and to Real Madrid that will be representing Spain and all the players that play in Spain. And this lineup, I mean, wow. Vini Jr., Robert Lewandowski, Jude Bellingham, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and Valverde. Rudiger, Koundé, Militao, Cancelo, Thibaut Courtois in nets. That is the starting 11. The bench, you have Antoine Griezmann, Gundogan, Rafinha, Ter Stegen, De Jong, Rodrigo, Araujo, and then the reserves of Carvajal and Fernandes and Pedri and Depay, David Alaba, Tchouaméni, Marcos Llorente, Alvaro Morata, Oblak, Koke, Parejo, Joselu, DePaul, Camavinga. I mean, this team is... I don't even have words to describe this team, guys. The 6th league will go to Netherlands, and it will be represented by Ajax. All the players that play in the Netherlands will play for Ajax in this video. And honestly, this team, I mean, mean, it's not as good as the top 5 that we just discussed, but it's still pretty good. If Irving Lozano, Santiago Jimenez, Berghaus, Veerman, Klasi, Van de Boom, Hansko, Sutalo, Gertruida, Sosa, Rulli, and Nets, that's the starting 11. It's a pretty strong starting 11. And then the bench, you got obviously De Jong, you have Pavlidis, who's absolutely tearing it up. Steven Bergwijn is there, Noah Lang, Bakayoko, and some reserves are Sugawara, Weifer, Brabi, Matt Ryan, Chuba Akpom, Serginho Dest, etc., etc., etc. Either way, I don't know. Maybe Netherlands could be like a dark horse in this tournament. Another dark horse in a World Cup of Leagues, I think, could be Portugal, and Benfica will represent Portugal and all the players that play in Portugal. This starting 11 is pretty strong. Mehdi Taremi, Rafa, Di Maria, Al-Muzrachi, Kokchu, João Mario, Juan Bernat, Otamendi, Pepe from Porto, Ba, and Costa in nets. Again, a very strong starting 11. The bench is also pretty decent. Concalves, Horta, Morita, David Neres, Cabral, Sebastian Coates, and Florentino. And then in the reserves, you have players like Marcos Edwards, obviously Victor Gyökeres, who's absolutely tearing it up for Sporting, Pepe, Evan Nielsen, Trubin, Adan Santos, Aursnes, and a couple of more. I mean, it's also a pretty good lineup. They could probably stay competitive against the top 5. For league number 8, we have to go to Turkey, and there's a lot of good players that play in Turkey, and Turkey will be represented by Galatasaray. So all the players from Turkey are now playing for Galatasaray, and honestly, this starting 11 is also pretty strong. It can cause some damage. Dzeko, Ziyech, Zaha, Tadic, Torreira, and Fred as the midfield, Angelino, Bardacci, Sanchez, Bowie, and Livakovic in nets. While on the bench, you have players like Mauro Icardi and Nicolas Pepe, Karim Demirbay, Szymanski, Visca, Bissau, Dries Mertens is on the bench, and of course in the reserves, Muslera and Karioglu, Vincent Abubakar and Dombele, Rashid Ghazal, Cedric Bakambu is here. Definitely strong. Maybe an underdog as well. League number 9, we're gonna go to Belgium, and Belgium will be represented by Club Bruges. And this lineup, I mean, it's okay. It's a little bit of a fall off though from all the previous ones that we've talked about. They have players like Thorgan Hazard and Hans Van Aken, Skov Olsen, Delaney, former Borussia Dortmund man, I believe. Toby Alderweireld at the end of his career. Vertonghen obviously also at the end of his career. Kasper Schmeichel also at the end of his career. He's in nets. It's a decent starting 11. You have Desart on the bench. You have Vincent Janssen on the bench. I mean, they could probably still stay competitive, and even in the reserves, you have guys like Simon Mignolet, obviously a legendary goalkeeper. I mean, it's all right. Maybe they can get past the group stage matches. Maybe they can cause some surprises. League number 10, we're heading to Scotland, and Scotland will be represented by Celtic. All the players that currently play in the Scottish Premiership, the best players, are now playing for Celtic, and honestly, this wasn't really tough to make because most of the players, they come from Rangers or Celtic. There's a couple of players from Aberdeen and a couple of players from Hearts, but as you can see by the starting 11, I mean, will this team do some damage? Maybe. They have McGregor and Furuhashi. Maeda is okay. Tavernier is okay. Cameron Carter's Vickers with Connor Goldson. Jack Butland. I mean, the bench is also Raskin and Shankland, Alistair Johnston, Danilo, Todd Cantwell, former Norwich City player, I believe. And I mean, that's pretty much it. That really is pretty much it. Poland will also have a team that will participate. Poland will be represented by Lech Poznan, and they are definitely below even the Scottish Premiership. The most popular player is, of course, Lukas Podolski. Yes, he's still playing. Yes, he's 38 years old. Yes, he's one of the highest rated players on the team still. So you got Podolski, you have Josue, who is also okay. You have Ishak, who's also seen some time in other places in Europe. You have Golizade, the Iranian international. He's okay. But as you can see, the rest is just like a bunch of 70s and 71s. Other than that, just probably mediocre. Now, what about Denmark? Yes, Denmark will have a team participate, and Denmark will be represented by FC Copenhagen. Definitely better than the Polish side. I'd say probably on par with the Scottish Premiership. Elianusi, Clayson, Evjen, Daniel Wass, Olsen, Falk is here, Rasmussen, Ingeson, Mailing, Vitali Yallard, Grabara in nets, the Polish international goalkeeper. He's actually very good. Probably should be a little bit higher rated in my opinion. The bench is okay. They got Gylfi Sigurdsson here. Dykes, Omuyifanfo is here, Diego Concalves, and the reserves are, I mean, okay, Jonas Losel, decent, and the rest are like, you know, decent side, I would say, decent side. Can they win the competition? Probably not, but maybe they can win a game or two. Again, maybe an upset team. We will also go to Austria, and Austria will be represented by RB Salzburg. All the best players in the Austrian Bundesliga are playing for RB Salzburg, and this team, I mean, there's really not much to talk about here. Fernando and Koita, 73, 75 rated up front. Oscar Gluck, he's probably their best player, 19-year-old central attacking midfielder. He's pretty decent. Pavlovic is okay. He is the Croatian or Serbian international. Let me check here. Serbian international. Sorry. I didn't mean to cause any problems. I don't think this team has any chance of winning anything. But again, maybe they could be a dark horse. Maybe they could cause some upsets. Switzerland will be represented by FC Basel, and I think is the same story as the Austrian Bundesliga. Just probably not good enough, to be honest with you. And Same and Max Meyer are here. Probably not good enough to compete with all the big boys. And then the substitutes, as you can see, just mediocre. Cedric Itten is here. I would say he's like a failed wonder kid, if that's what you would call him. But again, maybe the same thing. Maybe they can win a game. Maybe they can cause some heartbreaks. So you've seen 14 squads, but we have 2 more squads remaining. And yeah, this is a World Cup of leagues. It's not Euros, so we could have teams outside of Europe in this competition. And of course, how can we forget? Well, we didn't forget. We are going to the MLS. The United States of America will have a representative, and they will be represented by none other than Inter Miami. So all the best players in the MLS now play for Inter Miami. Let me show you this lineup. Luis Suarez, Thiago Almada, Lionel Messi, and Emil Forsberg as your front 4. Pretty decent, guys. Sergio Busquets and Hector Herrera in the midfield. Also pretty decent, I would say. The only worry that I have is their back line. Jordi Alba, but then you have Walker Zimmerman, Matt Miazga, who's only 73 rated, and Santiago Arias, who's coming to the end of his career as well. He's from Colombia. The bench is also pretty good, but no high defenders. The highest center back, Eric Sviatchenko. I believe he played at Celtic back in the day. I think he's a former Celtic player, but you have players like Lorenzo Insigne and Hani Mukhtar is here. Buanga, Ieramendi is here. You know, there's some decent players. There's just not enough good defenders. So I think defensively, this team will have a problem. Offensively, I don't think they have a problem whatsoever. And for the last and final team, the last and final nation, if we are putting in the United States of America with Lionel Messi, we have to put in Saudi Arabia with Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Saudi Arabia will be playing in this tournament. They will be represented by none other than Al Nassr. All the players that play in Saudi Arabia currently, the best ones, are now playing for Al Nassr. This lineup might be the favorite to win this entire competition, guys. I'll be honest with you, this lineup is absolutely insane. To start off, we're gonna have Ronaldo and Benzema as the center forward / cam, Neymar on the left-hand side, Mahrez on the right-hand side, Conte and Milinkovic-Savic in the midfield, Tejas, Laporte, Koulibaly, and Abdul Hamid as the right back. There's really not any good right backs that play in Saudi Arabia. He's the highest rated right back in Saudi Arabia. And Bono, of course, is in nets. If you take a look at the bench, Carrasco, Brozovic, Fabinho, Otavio, Demiral, Sadio Mane is on the bench, Neves is on the bench, and then the reserves of Bobby Firmino and Frank Kessie, Talisca, Mitrovic, Romarinho, Malcolm, Ospina, Alain Saint-Maximin, Ever Banega, Fofana, Demarai Gray, Mendy, Ibanez, Wijnaldum, Moussa Dembele, and Stanciu. I mean, this team is also just absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, they might be one of the favorites to win this competition. I wouldn't be surprised if they did win because, like, this team is stacked. This team is absolutely stacked. So now that you've seen and know all our 16 representatives in our League World Cup, we have to seed all of them into 4 groups of 4. And today, guys, we are going to be using the lucky pot of gold because I think a lot of these teams will need some luck. Now, you know that the pot of gold has never disappointed us, and I think today it won't disappoint us either. So let's find our first 4 contestants for Group A via the pot of gold. Lucky pot of gold. Please give us 4 teams. Who are they? Benfica and Portugal, PSG with France, FC Copenhagen with Denmark, and RB Salzburg, aka Austria. I really like this group a lot. Okay, so we know our Group A. Let's find 4 contestants for Group B. Lucky pot of gold. Don't disappoint us. Manchester City, aka England, Real Madrid, aka Spain, Inter Miami, aka USA, and Galatasaray, aka Turkey. Wow, we are off to a good start with Group A and B. We need 4 clubs for Group C. What do we got? Lucky pot of gold. Ajax with Netherlands, Club Brugge with Belgium, Bayern Munich with Germany, and Lech Poznan with Poland. So now we need the last 4 teams for Group D, and this one will have Al Nassr in it. Now, I don't remember who we're missing and who we're not missing. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Al Nassr with Saudi Arabia, AC Milan with Italy, Celtic with Scotland, and Basel with Switzerland. Saudi Arabia and Italy probably the favorites. Scotland and Switzerland, maybe they could pull off an upset. Maybe they can make a fairy tale run of some sort. Maybe they can play spoiler. I don't know. All right, guys, all our 16 participants of our League World Cup have been seated in their 4 groups of 4, just like the pot of gold has given them to us, and we are going to the end of the group stage matches. Now, the group stage matches, because this is a League World Cup, it will work just like the World Cup. They will only play each other once, not twice like in the Champions League. So every single team only gets 3 group stage matches. And in the knockouts, it is also a 1-game playoff. Not a back-to-back, not a home and away, just like in the Champions League, but just like in the World Cup. You want to be the best league in the world, you got to make it count when it matters. There's no home and away stuff, so you can catch up on the second leg. You want to win, you got to win. If you lose, you're eliminated. Our League World Cup group stage matches are over. Let's go through every single group to see which league is moving into the quarterfinals and which leagues are going home empty-handed. In Group A, it was Benfica with Portugal that topped the group. The Portuguese league, 6 points. They are in first. They are progressing. And then Liga, PSG with France, they came in second. Denmark with FC Copenhagen, actually a close third, only 1 point behind PSG in France. And Austria with RB Salzburg, they were probably never getting out of this group. They are eliminated on 1 point with Denmark. Group B was our group of death. It was Spain, England, Turkey, and USA. Real Madrid, Man City, Galatasaray, and Inter Miami in this group. Spain with Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham, they topped the group on 6 points. Manchester City with England right behind them, also on 6 points. Turkey with Galatasaray, unfortunately they were close but not close enough, on 3 points. And Inter Miami with USA and Lionel Messi and Sergio Busquets, also close but not close enough, also on 3 points. So Turkey and USA are eliminated. Spain and England are progressing. Group C, it was Germany with Bayern Munich that topped it on 9 points. They won every single match. But then Ajax with Netherlands, they came in second on 6 points. Belgium with Club Brugge, they performed admirably. They did win a match. While Lech Poznan with Poland, they were just not good enough. They were probably never getting out of this group. We thought maybe they could play spoiler, but that wasn't the case. They lost every single match, scoring only 1 goal and conceding 9. Finished on 9 points. So Belgium and Poland are eliminated. Germany and Netherlands are in the quarterfinals. And then finally we come to Group D, where we have one surprise. Out of all the groups, I think we have one big surprise, and it comes from this group. AC Milan with Italy, they topped the group on 7 points. But then Scotland, the Scottish Premiership with Celtic, they squeezed by Al Nassr and Saudi Arabia on 5 points. Al Nassr in third on 4 points. So we have Messi is eliminated. Now Ronaldo with Saudi Arabia is also eliminated. And of course, Switzerland and Basel 0-3. They were just as bad as Lech Poznan with Poland. But Celtic and the Scottish Premiership, they are in the quarterfinals, and Saudi Arabia, that stacked Saudi Arabia team that we thought in the beginning of the video could possibly win it all, they are going home. So in our quarterfinals, the last 8, it will be Benfica, aka Portugal, taking on Ajax and Netherlands. AC Milan and Italy, Serie A, will take on Man City and England, the Premier League. Bayern Munich and the Bundesliga will take on the Scottish Premiership. And Scotland, they have a large mountain to climb, honestly. I don't know if they can beat out the Bundesliga side. And then we have Spain with Real Madrid taking on France, Liga, and PSG. Another insane matchup. But remember, it is only a 1-game knockout, so you never know what's gonna happen. Maybe Celtic could do it. I don't know. We just talked about how it's a 1-game knockout just like it is in the World Cup, and miracles happen, and we have some miracles that did happen. First of all, Benfica, aka Portugal, versus Ajax and Netherlands, the Eredivisie, it was Benfica 1-0. So the Eredivisie with Ajax, they are going home in the quarterfinals, and the Portuguese league, they are moving into the last 4, the semifinals. Serie A with AC Milan versus the Premier League and Manchester City, it went to penalties. It was 3-3, went to penalties, 4-3 on penalties for Serie A and AC Milan. The Premier League Man City squad, they are eliminated. Unbelievable. I actually can't believe that. I thought they were one of the favorites, but then we did see the Serie A team, the Italian side. They're also very, very good. And then we come to the Scottish Premiership with Celtic versus Bayern Munich and the Bundesliga, and miracles happen. 1-0 for Celtic, 1-0 for the Scottish Premiership, 1-game knockout. Bayern Munich and the Bundesliga are eliminated. What is FC24 doing to us here? And our last matchup, La Liga with Real Madrid and Spain versus Liga and PSG and France, 2-1 for La Liga and Real Madrid and Spain. So PSG and France, they're also eliminated in the quarterfinals. So our last 4 remaining leagues in our League World World Cup, it will be Benfica with Portugal versus Serie A and AC Milan. Celtic and Scotland in the Scottish Premiership, they're somehow still in this competition. They will face Spain and La Liga with Real Madrid. There is no way they're getting by this club. There's just no way. It's not happening, is it? Our League World Cup semifinals are over, guys. We have Portugal versus Italy, Benfica versus AC Milan, Liga Portugal versus Serie A. Our first finalist will be Benfica. Yes, with Liga Portugal is gonna be in our League World Cup final. They took care of Serie A and AC Milan 2-1. And then we come to the miracle side, the Scottish Premiership. Scotland with Celtic taking on La Liga and Real Madrid. It was very, very close, but unfortunately, Celtic's run does come to an end, guys. I mean, they went all the way to the semifinals according to FC24. Somehow they beat all these teams, but they did lose to La Liga, Spain, and Real Madrid. Which means our League World Cup final, it will be Portugal with Liga Portugal and Benfica against La Liga, Spain, and Real Madrid. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see the top goal scorers in our League World Cup before we head into this final, it is Robert Lewandowski with Real Madrid, 5 goals in 5 matches. Paulo Dybala was also up there for AC Milan and Serie A with 4 goals in 5 matches. Benzema was up there. Was for FC Copenhagen and Denmark was up there. Do we have any Celtic players? Maeda, 3 goals in 5 matches. Anybody else? Palma also had 2 goals in 5 matches. Celtic basically relied on defense. Here we go, the League World Cup final. We are at the Donbass Arena in Ukraine, guys. It is La Liga and Real Madrid in Spain versus Benfica, Liga Portugal, and Portugal. Yeah, it is kickoff time. Real Madrid, aka La Liga, is in the white, obviously, and Benfica, aka Portugal, Liga Portugal, is in their red and white shorts. Lewandowski, the tournament's highest goal scorer so far. This stadium is packed and it is buzzing. Vinny, imagine Vinny and Lewandowski playing together. Toni Kroos, shot. Cancelo, Costa with a save. Wow. Rudiger, holding on to the ball. Back to Modric. Modric, Toni Kroos. Kroos inside to Valverde. It should be a goal. It is. It's going to be 1-0. 1-0 for La Liga, Spain, and Real Madrid early on. 12 minutes in. What a beautiful goal. Beautifully worked. João Mario. Benfica going forward. Nice pass. Nice outlet pass to Kokchu. Kokchu inside. And it will be a corner. Benfica, they're trying to respond. It will be taken by none other than Ángel Di Maria. Di Maria inside the box. It is out by Valverde. As far as João Mario, back to Di Maria. Inside, one touch to Rafa. Rafa. Taremi with the shot. Blocked. Rafa. Oh! It's all square. Even Stevens. What a goal by Rafa. Taremi's shot was blocked, and then Rafa on one touch. Oh my! Courtois got no chance. What a goal, what a strike. It's 1-1. Di Maria for Benfica and Liga Portugal. We see Militao making... No, that's Al Musrati making the run. Into the box to Koundé. Koundé is there. Vinny. Lewandowski. One touch to Cancelo. João Cancelo carrying forward. What's he going to do with it? We are in stoppage time now. Luka Modric. Holding on to the ball. Toni Kroos. Is there a shot? Vinny. Valverde. Oh my! Oh my! Federico Valverde. Are you kidding me, bro? That is Real Madrid class. That is an absolute masterpiece of a goal. Look at this. Quick touch, quick pass. Bam, bam. Oh my, low, hard, right past Diogo Costa. No chance whatsoever. That is power and precision. Oh, yeah, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful goal. 2-1. And halftime is called. What a match on our hands, guys. What a final. League World Cup is not disappointing. Second half underway. Taremi kicks off for Portugal, Benfica, and Liga Portugal. I think that's how you say it. Is it Liga Portugal? Some Portuguese speakers in the comments, please let me know if I'm saying it right. Liga Portugal, right? Bellingham, beautiful to Lewandowski. Back to Bellingham. What's he going to do with it? He's surrounded. Al Musrati does well, though, but not well enough. Modric, there's still play here for Real Madrid. Koundé, how does that go in? How does that go in from Jules Koundé? It is Jules Koundé. He pinches in and he toe pokes the ball into the net. It was a toe poke. That was not a nice goal whatsoever. Look, it was nice passing. And the layoff was nice, but look, he lost it there and he just toe poked it. He toe poked it. He took too heavy of a touch, so... Toe poke. Oh, bro. You gotta do better, goalkeeper. You gotta do better there, man. 3-1 La Liga and Spain and Real Madrid. There's still time for Benfica and Liga Portugal to do some things here, possibly. Wow, Rafa does excellent. Rafa lays it off to Di Maria. Is it 3-2? It's 3-2. Oh my! What a goal. What a move by Rafa. What a final we're having here. What's happening? This is an unbelievable game. Rafa did excellent. He did absolutely brilliant. And Di Maria outside footer. I mean, Courtois, no goalkeepers getting to that one. It's just too wide. It is 3-2 and it's game on. Our League World Cup final is definitely not disappointing us, guys. Okay, Modric just kicks it to nobody. What just happened? What was that? Modric just kicked it to Benfica and Lewandowski just outran Otamendi. Otamendi, Nicholas, what are you doing, bro? Do you not feel him on your back? Lewandowski was right there. It's all of a sudden 4-2. We have a 6-goal thriller. Valverde, Cruz. I mean, this is a clinic. This is an absolute clinic by Real Madrid. We're still in stoppage time. They're looking for another goal. They're not giving up the ball whatsoever. We're still continuing here. There it is. Bah. Finally, the whistle is blown. 5 minutes extra time. And La Liga, Real Madrid, and Spain are your League World Cup champions. They absolutely smashed Benfica, guys. So is La Liga the best league in the world? According to this video, it is. Apparently, it has the best players in the world. That is very... You can't argue with that, can you? I mean, this team has a lot of quality. This Real Madrid La Liga side is brilliant. They are quality top to bottom. Luka Modric, the captain, will lift this trophy for Spain, for Real Madrid, and for La Liga. Guys, you also have to show some love, of course, to the Portuguese league. They apparently are the second best league, according to FC24 in this video. They went extremely far, all the way to the final. And then, of course, we have to mention Celtic, Scotland, and the Scottish Premiership. No one even thought they would get out of their group, but they did. They went all the way to the semis. So congratulations to you guys. As always, thank you very much for watching, my friends. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, comment them down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace, 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 peace. La Liga is the best league in the world. Peace.